So, I'm still kind of playing around with the audio settings because I was listening to my VODs again. I didn't like the way I sounded. This sounds a little bit better. Before, when I was listening to my VODs, it sounded too broadcasty. It felt like I was in a different room, you know? But now, I sound a little more natural. I sound a little more like I used to, kind of. It's just the audio is a little more cleaned up, so I kind of prefer this sound. I did the test, the testing being starting stream and listening to everything. And now we play Sable. I don't know what this game's about. I read like this. It's on Steam as well, but it was free on the Epic Game Store because Arthropod Wizard told me it was free, and I liked how it looked. Oh, hello, Colette Simp. Have you added more stuff to your collection? I don't know what this game is about, but it was free on the Epic Game Store, and it's $25 on Steam. So I kind of saved $25. So I read the synopsis is like a coming-of-age game. I think Sable's a fish. I gotta double check. Because the reason that I know Sable is a fish is because of a Curb Your Enthusiasm episode where Larry David is complaining about like somebody naming a sandwich after him and they putting in like a Sable fish. Sable. Why did I type Sable? Sable fish. It is a fish. I knew it. I think they put it in bagels and stuff. And the game looked cool. The game looked interesting at the very least. It's got like a style to it, a charm that I feel like a lot of games don't have anymore, you know? I don't really keep up with like trends in the video game industry. I don't think I ever did, even though I've always liked playing games because I used to never be able to like buy the cutting edge stuff. But what was I gonna say? There used to be like a really big focus on like super high fidelity, ultra realistic graphics. I'm not sure if that's like still a thing that they do, but I never like understood that. I guess it's the show off performance stuff in certain consoles, but like the important part is that it plays well. This does look kind of rotoscoped though. There was an anime like 10 years ago. There was an adaptation, The Flowers of Evil, that they rotoscoped. Kind of this sort of vibes, and also one of my favorite anime, Ping Pong. I think Ping Pong was rotoscoped as well. So kind of, is that a cockroach? Ew. Is that a bug? Also kind of rotoscope vibes. So I feel like the ultra realistic graphics are nice sometimes. They try to substitute ultra realistic graphics with gameplay. Whereas you look at some of the more charming things. They got style, they have feel, they have... You can recognize that at a glance. Style is more important than graphics in my opinion. I think this is a pretty popular opinion. I feel like this is a good take. I'm not going to get like bandwagon jumped on for it, but the style, if you can craft a game with a distinct visual style, that's a testament to your creative abilities, no? All right. This is a cutscene, or am I moving now? I think it's a cutscene still. A little choppy. Ooh. Ooh. Hold on. Dash dancing, dash dancing. Oh, I can jump too. They allow you to jump. Other buttons don't know what they do. Camera control. D-pad does... Wait. I can sit? Sitting is for the D-pad. Oh. Alrighty. What does this remind me of? When I first saw the artwork, it reminded me of Chants of Sennaar, but now that I'm playing this game, it looks not... The only thing that is similar to Chants of Sennaar is maybe to the color selection and very slightly the art style. When I interact with this big head, I can climb. There's a stamina bar. Interesting. Do I fall? Is there damage? Apparently there's like a... What did I do? Like... There's a ceremony or something I'm supposed to be taking part of, some coming of age ritual called the gliding. I misread it as gilding when I was reading the synopsis. I'm pretty sure gilding is when you like... Don't quote me on this. I'm not an expert in farm animals and farm animalology, but I'm pretty sure gilding is what you do to like a horse so that it won't reproduce, or it's some... Or is that gelding? Gelding is what you do to the horse. Gilding is when you cover something in gold. Gliding is that thing that birds do in the sky. Yeah, that's how... Oh! Ooh. Press A to jump. I discovered that one already. Platforming puzzles. I see, I see. A little bit of floatiness to it. Getting a feel for it still. Not quite sure what to do. Climbing. Move towards a wall to begin climbing. So I just automatically climb stuff. Is there a rest? There is a rest. There's a ladder as well. Does using a ladder uses no stamina. Gotcha. Gotcha. L is to crouch. I'm not sure if there's combat in here. I also don't think this is a horror game. I didn't really check the tags. I think the tags are exploration. I took a really quick glance. I'm pretty sure it's exploration and like puzzles. Oh, am I climbing again? Bit of an awkward view. Did I clip into the wall? That was a little janky. Oh, okay. Oh, you can crawl. There's a bird here. Big desert. I like it. I've got a mask on. Nobody cared who I was until I put on the mask. I'm still working on the Bane impression. I think it's by far the shittiest impression I can do. Is that a big spider in the background? I don't know if there's fall damage. I don't even know if there's like a health system or if there's combat. Do I have to like jump pillar to pillar? Oh. Oh. Hold down B a sprint, yes? There's houses. I saw dialogue when I was playing or I was not playing the game. When I was kind of scrolling through the images of the game on the Steam page. Hold on. I have to fix my tracking. I forgot to fix it. Oh. There. Reset that. I was born. You think darkness is your ally. That's... No, he never calls... Bane never calls Batman Batman. He always calls him Bruce Wayne. You think darkness is your ally. I was born molded. Oh, molded by it. I didn't see the light of day until I was already a man. And by then, it was nothing to me but blinding. No. You have to like cover... The secret to doing a good Bane impression, I feel, is like covering some of the airflow from your mouth. Because he's got the Tom Hardy's got the mask on in the movie. Why is my controller vibrating? Is there a danger nearby? I don't know. Okay, I can't climb that. When you cut out the airflow, I think it like adds the breathy quality. It can strain your vocal cords. Don't worry about it. What's shaken? What's shaken is a lot of things. The earth is always shaken. The molecules in my body are shaken. Lots of things are always shaken, Red. You should ask what's new or what's not new. There's definitely a lot of new things too. Don't worry about it. I thought I had this installed already, but I had to install the Epic Games launcher and then I had to install the game. So it took me a bit. And I had to do some other stuff as well before I started. How is it that Saima manages to contain so much chaos and verve in so small a form? Even now there is something troublesome being dreamed up behind that mask. Do they all wear masks? HSR story still waiting? Red, please stop it. Stop guilt tripping me. I got my free archer. I built my free archer. I still have to play the story. I know like the major plot beats. I know the like everyone's dying, and I know like the next story it's gonna do whatever, and like Finon's gonna like do stuff. And yeah, I know some of the plot beats, and I'm going to experience them in my own time, which means laying in bed at 5 a.m. when I have nothing else to do and like crying myself to sleep because of the story affecting me so much. I really like the Penacony story. Have you seen the drama with Sadra? What drama? Like a TV drama or drama as in like controversy? Even now, there is something troublesome being dreamed up behind that mask. I know it. I assume this is my character's, what's it called? The HSR. Okay. But did they make like a TV drama with it? Because like, oh, who is it? Mihoyo does a lot of animations. I'm assuming there's controversy with the character. I don't know. Does my character get a name? Oh, this is the map. Okay. Oh, we got markers too. Oh, cutscene? Controversy? What's the controversy with Sadra? He's got a helmet on. He's got a bucket head. They all have masks. I can feel Jadi smiling behind her mask, just as I know she can feel the teeth bearing a little grimace behind mine. I'm nervous, and she's softly, sweetly amused in her eyes. You know how Jiaoqiu... Yes, I pulled for Jiaoqiu. He, like, on his rerun when all those other things with him. You know you have nothing to worry about, don't you, Sable? I'm assuming this is like a village elder. And yet, I know. And yet, we have to do a little bit reluctant. She's gonna be worse than Jiaoqiu for... In addition to not doing the story, I don't know how Finon works. I don't know what Finon does. I just assume that he's like super, super powerful. But isn't that like okay then? Because Finon's probably more powerful than Acheron because of power creep or whatever. And if she's weaker than Jiaoqiu for a more powerful character, it like evens out kind of, no? The gradual decrease. She can't work with any other DPS so far. I trust Hoyoverse most of the time. I shrug, but my attempts to act casual are fruitless. The movement is jerky, and I don't think I've ever been more aware of my little shoulder. She laughs. I mean it. But I do know how you are. You're going to be nervous until you started, and then you'll act like you've been doing it your whole life. Remember the first time you rode a bike? I'm trying to think about the first time I rode a bike. Probably when I was young. I fell off a lot of bloody knees. You wouldn't even let me put you on the seat. You were so afraid. Your hands were like little claws. And I promised you I was going to be all right. I told you how much I loved riding my bike as a young woman and how wonderful the wind felt through fabric. Suddenly, there you were. You sat down, you leaned forward and put those grasping claws in the handles and you were off. And I remember thinking, just watching you tear over the sand. Look at her. She can do whatever she wants. Jaddy reaches down, places a hand on the edge of my mask. And you can, Sable. Okay, so my character name is... I think I'm ready. We're going for the ceremony. I don't know what the ceremony is, though. I'm going to talk to Hilal and Driz. Driz should have already made the arrangements for your bike, and Hilal will share something. Let's say, as useful as it is fun. I think I might suspect what Jaddy's saying, but I stay quiet. After that, I suppose we'll see you off. So, like, desert? What if I choose the wrong path? There are no wrong paths, Sable, or right ones. I'll be glad if you choose to stay with the Ibexi, but truth be told, so I'll be glad... Oh, is this like a... There's a certain word, Rumspringa. Rumspringa is the word for like when an Amish person comes of age and they have to decide whether they want to keep being Amish or go join like the outside world. Is this like Desert Rumspringa? Whatever you decide, you do so with my blessing, so don't try to using me as an excuse to come home early, eh? She knows me. She sees through my tricks and my disguises. And speak to Driss as well. I've told him to arrange your bike with Sizzle, but you know how compass to help you on your journey is the same one I use in my gliding. An artifact, you might say. I take the advice of my palm. It fits naturally. They're perfectly weighted. Okay, we have our compass. Thank you. Always show some amount of respect. Compass is LB. Oh, interesting. Oh, I can't just toggle it on and off. I have money too as well, I think. Also, another thing. You see Red. Finon is a dude in a gacha game. He's not allowed to be powerful. Also, slightly kidding. Also, Finon's he's just reskin Kevin. You're not allowed to be cool if your name is Kevin. I don't write the rules, I just enforce them. So this is okay. The only thing I care about currently, the only future character, have I seen Finon? I know there was like that short that Hoyoverse released where he's like fighting or he scratches the nuke. I know he has like another form and something with Lords of Destruction and all that other stuff. And he's probably busted. I would assume he is. The only character I really care for right now, though, is Hysilians. He has to revive Dot. I've invested a decent amount in Kafka and Black Swan, or like I have them, and I want them to be good again. As I approach Hilal, they give an enthusiastic wave. I've always appreciated Hilal's verve and vigor, and on a day like this, I'm ready to match it with a touch of nerves for balance. Sable, take this. Oh, by the way, Red, how's my audio? Because I'm like still adjusting the equalizer stuff. But because I think it does crisp up the audio nicely, but I don't want it to sound like too podcasty where I'm like in a big room. Better? You like it? Or it sounds a little bit more like what I used to before I added like the filters and stuff. Because technically I have a few other things as well that are supposed to like make it so that I can speak slower. Better than when you were last year? Alright. Because I listened to a little bit to it earlier and it seems okay. A small round stone as it nestles into my palm. I feel a warmth not borrowed from Hilal's hand, but emanating from within. I rub my thumb over it and find it softly electric like static on cloth. What is this? I didn't bring anything for you. We have to return gifts. This is how I am in real life. I don't like getting free things from my friends. Most of the time. Very seldom I'll accept a free gift. From strangers who I don't know, I'm more okay with it. If I get something from my friends, I have to return the favor. I think. Oh, Sable, you can make up for it when you... And I assume this guy's a friend. What I've given you is a gliding stone. Is this like learning how to fly? That I feel? Correctness? Fuzziness? Electricity? Connectedness. connect this. I'm trying to like slowly, I'm trying to piece together what the game's going to be about. I assume because it's a coming of age story, there's going to be some hints of identity, some amount of like belongingness to a group, some amount of belongingness to a group. What else could there be? Fuzziness, electricity, connectedness. Probably fuzziness. Then you're doing it right. What you feel in that stone is openness. Ooh, it's quite close. Vessels for the perpetual. They suck up its power like little sponges and hold it there for you to channel. Right now it's empty or dormant and waiting for you to fill it up. I ask how I can do this. Take it to the temple ruins at the edge of the canyon. You'll be able to activate it there. They'll all claps their hands twice and bobs a little. I appreciate their good mood at a time like this. Come back to me once that's done. I want to hear all about it. You haven't gotten your bike yet. It's a bit of a trek, so go to see Driss. Whispering Stones. Oh, he has no... Okay, that's just the talk option. You gotta go to Driss. This is the direction of the stuff I'm... Oh, okay, he's a mechanic. Gotcha. Gotcha. Oh. Oh, this way. Where's Driss? Oh, there he is. He's got a head, too. Controls are... I'm getting used to them still. I don't want to call them janky yet. Maybe a little bit awkward, but they're not too awkward. Umar is a man of few words, and he's nothing if not consistent. So that's not Driss then. Where's Driss? Oh, anything in the bucket? Oh. You can put stuff in the bucket. Gotcha, gotcha. Where's Driss? Hold on. Am I stupid? The ceremony? I need to... Follow quest. Okay, I was following the wrong quest. I assume this is Driss with the bikes and everything. This guy seems like a mechanic of some sort. Though I've told myself not to be too eager. It's all I can do to not race up to Driss. He's the camp manager. Are these like a nomadic people? You're trying to beat the hardest difficulty. Oh yeah, there's the Holy Grail event too. I haven't done anything. I've just been doing my dailies. I've been busy. The real collab is so bad. I've heard people complain about it. I haven't played it yet, so I can't give judgment. You got Sable. I did get Sable. Thank you for the notice that it was free. It looks interesting. I'm still like within the first 5 minutes. I'm playing real slow because I'm like talking a lot and reading. Driss is the camp manager. He's been difficult to get a hold of lately, but now I strongly suspect that he's been working on my bike in secret. Perhaps it's extra beautiful or has some custom feature. It should fly. The devs way overhyped it. Red. This is like, the devs are always going to overhype the collab. They have to pay for like licensing rights and stuff like this. And then also, Saber, not Sable, Saber and Archer aren't voiced. Hey, they got units though. What will its name be, I wonder? How fast will it go? Will my legs feel sore or will I get used to it? Just turns with a bit of a start. Sable, hello. Oh, they voiced in English. Right now, if Civ 6 is free, it also apparently comes with 6 DLC packs and 2 expansions. Civ 6. I already have Civ 6. I bought Civ 6 like 2 years ago on Steam. I barely play it. I've heard people hype up Civ games before, and like I've played some Civ games, or I've played some Civ 6, and it was fun, but it's not like lose touch with reality and lose track of all time. Like all-consuming fun. Like, that's happened to me before. Hasn't happened to me with Civ yet. Maybe Civ 7 will be different. Or Civ 7 already out. Civ 6 is the one with like the stranger art style, and Civ 7 is like the newest one, right? I don't remember. I was told you have something special for me, Driss. I tell Driss I was told he had something. Because of the strike? Oh yeah, there's like some Hoyoverse drama with that. Too many voice actor things going on. You see? This is why this is, you know, if Hoyoverse approached me, I could have voiced Saber and Archer. Watch this. Excalibur. That would have been the old line. I can do the Unlimited Blade Works chant. I am the bone of my sword. Something, 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 something. So as I something Unlimited Blade Works, and then the swords come out. Something special. I nod very meaningfully, but he doesn't seem to get the hint. I make a leading gesture, slowly trying to be perfectly cool and confidential. but I can't do it. I'm too keen in the word spill out. I asked Driss if he might sort of, possibly, maybe have a bike for me. In Archer's voice, he said, "You want to organize Taiwan as a country?" It has mostly negative reviews and mixed overall views. Yeah, I don't know what's up with Civ lately. I have a friend who got Civ 7 and he said it was a... I forget what his review of it was. He said that Civ 7 was like really... I think he said it was fun, but he had some problem with it, or he had say he wasn't like a stellar... It wasn't a beaming review. Which is strange. I think like Civ 5 is like really beloved. I think Civ 3 is just like everyone considers to be the best in the franchise. Is Civ 3 or one of the earlier Civs? I do know that there's you can play like Civ 3 or Civ 2 entirely online. There's like a Flash version or HTML version or something. Your bike? He yells like it's an idea he's just had. Your bike? Yes, of course. Yes, your bike. That I was meant to. That I prepared for you because today is your... It's... Did you forget? It's my gliding. Yes. Yes, of course. Right. Yes, yes. I do have that. My blood runs cold. The only time you can know when someone's forgotten something, when they reassure you 1,000 times that they for sure have it. That's when you know it's never done. Well, you know, why don't they just, for HSR, they could, what they could do, but they won't, is they could port the Japanese voices over to English, and it would be strange, but it wouldn't be as strange. Also, you see your average viewer thing, RIP, for the affiliate stuff. Don't worry about it, what? Don't sweat the small stuff. By which I mean I arranged it for you, and well, it's sort of a tutorial. I don't think no. I have had like 12, 14 average viewers before, and that was my peak. I've fallen off. I'm washed, bro. The goat is washed. I'm too clean. You're surprised on that affiliate? Yeah, I know. I'm just the absolute goated streamer of all time, but I just don't market it. I got that silent power. You know what I'm saying? I mean, I just don't have high viewership. I probably could put myself out there more. Rue has suggested that I do YouTube streaming and told me to do it, and then I keep saying I'll do it, and then like a good procrastinator that I am, I always put it off. I do have it set up. I just don't have like setting up the YouTube chat for it. But I scare myself. I'm gonna tell you the same thing I told her, which is, what if I start streaming on YouTube? I get recommended to everyone. Everyone stops in, and I blow up thousands, tens of thousands. The first person did hundreds of thousands of viewers by the strength of their personality and entertainment value alone. You know? How do I deal with all of my newfound fame? And that's why I'm scared of streaming on YouTube. I know that it's only a matter of time before I become like the president of the world for my popularity. It's a scary thought. How do I bear the weight of my responsibilities? It's like Uncle Ben said in like every single Spider-Man movie ever. With great power comes great responsibility. I don't know if I'm ready for all of that. By which I mean I arranged for you in a, well, it's a sort of a tutorial for you. Wow, a tutorial at the beginning of the game. A tutorial? A little bit of meta humor, I suppose. It's not here, isn't it? Not exactly. But that's because this is part of your gliding. You see, Sable, before one can own their own bike, they must prove that they can ride a bike by taking a test ride on a different bike. This is just our driving test, no? I passed my driving test. I can drive a car. I can operate a motor vehicle. I did the rite of passage of Actually, this is funny. You know how to ride a bike? Red. How do you not know how to ride a bike? I suppose it's not surprising because there's like people who don't. But like, I could teach you. You just kind of get on it and then you pedal the wheels and you pray you don't fall off. And if you pray strong enough, then the bike will go forward and you won't fall. Riding a bike isn't a test of balance or coordination. It's a test of faith in the fact that you won't fall off. Nobody knows how bikes work. Did you know that? Did you know that science doesn't know how bikes work? This might have been a clickbait article I read 10 years ago and could be completely untrue. But science doesn't know how bikes work. You have a really bad sense of balance. I told you, riding a bike is not a test of balance. It's a test of strength of faith. I think about it, and I've never heard of that part of the gliding, but Driss does seem earnest, sort of. Instead of worrying about your bike, I'd like you to try this bike as a test. Driss gestures to the sand cutter at his side. You don't have either? It's alright. Did you know how, like, in RPGs, clerics borrow power from, or like at least in D&D, clerics borrow power from God. They pray for God. I can do the praying for you. And with my faith in your balance, you can propel and go forward on the bike. Something like that. It's like faith by proxy. Who do I be praying to? I don't know. If Satan lets me do things, I'll pray to Satan. I don't really care too much. I'm not particular. Driss gestures to the sand cutter at his side. It's quite old and a little shabby. A tester if I've seen one. I'll give it a go. What's the bike's name? Names seem important. I feel like this is the kind of game where names are important. There's like some type of etymological lore that I could be missing. We've got Driss, we got Jadi, we got Sable. Sable is a type of fish, I remembered. They put it on bagels and other things. That's a bit personal, don't you think? Just sandcutter will do for now. Youngsters these days, always asking questions. Now ride the bike through the ring and back. And here's some advice to you, my young glider. Don't fall off. That's some pretty good advice. When you're not riding... Oh, okay. Where is it? Oh. Is it like a hover bike? Drive! Wait. What is strafe? What does strafe mean? I don't know how to drive this thing. What am I doing? A is strafe. Isn't strafing like moving side to side? I can steer, I can get off. Where am I going? Hold on. Ride the sand cutter through the ring and back. Oh god. Driving a car isn't this difficult. When I was doing my driver's test all those years ago, though, I was pretty good on all of it. Oh, I was pretty good on all of it. Except when it came time to parallel park, I'm pretty sure they should have failed me, honestly. I wasn't very good at parallel parking. Even today, I'm not. I would call it more like perpendicular parking. The guy, my instructor, whoever it was, they opened the car door. They looked down to see how I did for the parallel parking. I think they see me like 90 degrees to the curb. They closed the door. I was like, yep, good enough. And they drive me back around to the DMV and I go and get my license. And then I put my license on my dog. I took a picture of it, sent it to my friends and said, guess who's like has a license to kill now? Oh shit. How do I dismount? Get off. I still don't know what strafing does. I returned to Driss, who somehow manages to seem caught off guard despite knowing I was coming. I guess he's just perma-surprised. I do like the music here. I wasn't expecting like this chill atmosphere. This chill atmosphere has given me some comfy vibes. Which makes me think it's not a horror game. Because again, I don't remember what genre this is. I think there's puzzles. I like puzzles. Sable, congratulations. How was your first pre-glide ride? Any strange rattles, unexplained hissing, small fires? I see now that this test was more for the bike than for us. What do you mean fires? Surely you'd notice if you were on fire even a little bit. Is that true? Have I ever noticed when I've been on fire? I was playing around with some fire once and I think I kind of burned my hand. I didn't really know, and I did notice it because this was in college. I was living with 11 other dudes. I ran out of the house that we were sharing with my hand on fire to go put it out. And one of my friends was talking to his parents and they just saw me with my hand on fire. So that was pretty interesting. Very interesting impression I made on them. Surely you'd notice if you were on fire even a little bit. Was that a possibility? Is Driss trying to kill us? Well, obviously it didn't happen, so I think we're fine. Driss, is this bike dangerous? Well, technically, there's always, even if like a perfectly safe car, a perfectly safe bike, there's probably a small chance of it exploding, no? The chance of like things going catastrophically wrong and you being erased from existence by some accident of nature is always catastrophic, or is always low, but it's never zero. It's what we would say an epsilon greater than zero, perhaps. All right, Halal. No, I already visited Halal. And Halal's got something to show you too. Help you out with more of that, or mobility you're after. Oh. The game Solo Leveling has a collab with K-pop idols and they're playable. What I know about solo leveling is it's just hype moments in aura and very, very, very overhyped from what I hear. You're really not gonna leave your jacket. Wait, why would they? Why would anybody light their jacket on fire though? Wait, hold on a second. I guess like maybe if it's a really, really cold day and you just need to get from point A to point B in a certain amount of time, you need to get warm like that moment, you could light your jacket on fire and it's like a whole like you sacrifice your jacket for immediate warmth to just travel from point A to point B. But that seems like way too specific a scenario. Also, you risk a decent amount of injury. And Hilal's got something to show you too. Help you out with more of that mobility you're after. You're just like vibing. Wait, you were vibing in the person's bed? and you lit your jacket on fire, and they were fine with it because they thought you did it on purpose in their bed. I've done my fair share of stupid shit too, but I'm not following the logic here. I'm not following the train of thought. Which K-pop idols is the solo leveling game, what's it called, collabing with? Or is it the, solo leveling's a manhwa, right? It's a Korean manhwa? Is it the Isogye VTuber idols? Do they make music? Or is it like, just other stuff? Is it, Seraphine? This sounds like a bad, this sounds like a joke in a sitcom where somebody, I can imagine this happening in like I've never watched Smiling Friends, but this does seem like a Smiling Friends bit from the very, very little I've seen of it. Somebody lights their jacket on fire, like, so you're gonna put that out? And then there's like a cutaway gag, some fade in, fade out, something like that. Hilal's got something to show you too, help you out with your mobility. My confidence in this exercise only lightly tarnished. I thank Driss very much for his help, and I depart Hilal. I completed it. I said Hilal. Wait, do I get my bike yet? Alright. Check the quest. The ceremony. Activate the gliding stone at the altar. Okay, I need to go activate the gliding stone, but I'm going to take the bike. Okay. I think in the lower left-hand time is supposed to be... I think the lower left-hand corner is supposed to be the time, but, like, I don't know how time works, so... I think this goes straight, right? I'm accelerating. I am pulling my right trigger. Sitting on my bike in the desert, straight up accelerating it. No, hold on. Sitting on my bike, accelerating it, and by it, let's just say, my bike. I don't even know where the original form of that, like, jorking it joke comes from. Is it like a it's a copy pasta, but what kind of copy pasta? From where does it originate? I would assume the gliding stone is integral to the gliding. Oh, cutscene? Sitting on my bike, how to get off? Hold on, is it over here? Did I miss something? Do I have to climb? Wait, where is this thing? You wanted to play the zoo game? Isn't there a bunch of simulators where it's like... I know there was Amusement Park Tycoon or something, right? Zoo game? Was it... I don't know any zoo games. I'm gonna say some random words and hopefully it'll help you. Zoo Simulator 2011. The Zoo Management Simulator 2012. Zaboomafoo. Y'all ever watch Zaboomafoo as a kid? Yes, growing up as a child without cable television. PBS was my best friend. Where the hell is this gliding stone, though? This is truly the most difficult puzzle. Finding how to navigate a map. How to navigate using a map. Well-designed puzzle game. It mimics my struggles in real life as well. How do I get out of here? I guess I could try climbing. I have enough stamina? I don't. Can my bike, like... Can my bike fly? Does it have that capability? Oh, wait. I found it. Okay. I can climb this section. Yes. Yes, Zaboomafoo was a lemur. I learned so much from him. He taught me about animals, I think, kinda. He was a puppet also. Not like a puppet of a corporation or a puppet of the government. He was just like a literal string puppet. You know what I mean? Oh, is here the gliding stone? I mean, I guess in a sense, Zaboomafoo was a puppet of the government because PBS is publicly funded. And it is like part of the federal funding, even though they are killing Elmo. Like this current, I think they're just taking Elmo out back and giving him the old Yeller treatment, which I personally find to be, personally, that's kind of seems kind of fucked up. I don't know why they would shoot Elmo, but like, I'm not the president. So, who knows? Where's the gliding? Hold on, I gotta wait for my stamina. Shit. Alright. Where's the gliding stone? I think this is for sure one of those games that's going to have like a big spiritual journey, or not spiritual. There's going to be a big message at the end, or there's just like themes and messages that I have to interpret. They're cutting like $1 billion. Yeah, they're cutting a lot of public funding. They're cutting a lot of National Science Foundation funding as well. I'm not sure if I'm not sure if that's related to the PBS stuff, but I've read about it in like higher academics about how people are worried about the cuts to NSF because they're like, oh yes, you have to do practical research. You have to. Why are you researching things that are dumb or things that are impractical? And it's cuts to people who are. It's cuts by people who are not academics and don't understand how things that seem useless now are extremely useful later. So I guess the classic example of from my den of knowledge is the entirety of number theory was essentially useless for the last 1,900 years until we invented like the internet and we needed to encrypt things. And the whole mathematics behind how we're able to keep data secure online, especially, is via mathematics, about useless mathematics from 500 years ago. I got a chum. I didn't read what the chum does. I'm really sad. Ooh, this looks like some. Oh, this looks cool. Is that a bug? Ooh. Oh, it's a sphinx. It's a sphinx with a mask. I like to touch how everything has a mask on it. I think that's neat. Ooh. They got a big gate here too. That's symbolic of something. Oh, wait a second. Oh. Maybe let me theory craft a little bit. Let me cook a little bit. Ay, shibal. You say a sphinx? It looks like a sphinx. No, is that not a sphinx? Right. You know, upon further inspection, maybe it's not a sphinx. I mean, and it's still playable. You found it. What's it called? New stream idea? I'll play Zoo Sims. I'll play anything. Is this not a sphinx though? It's like in a vaguely sphinx-like position. It could be like, it could be a guy with some weird fetish waiting for his mistress. I don't know why my mind goes there. It probably says more about me as a person than anyone else. But it's got wings. It's got this big mask. I think it's supposed to like invoke the image of a sphinx. The sphinx has a cat body. That is a good point. Okay, it's a flying monkey then. I got no. This can't be a monkey. It doesn't look powerful enough to be a monkey. It looks like a Mothman. Mothman. The wings do seem insect related. They seem like moth wings of some type instead of regular wings, feathery wings. So maybe it is a Mothman. What? But we are in the desert, so maybe it's related to like a desert animal as well. Also, these gates, these pillars, they seem important because this is like a fallen pillar. There's a fallen gate. Maybe we restored the gate at some point. Like, because they said there's a coming of age story in here. Like they were doing a coming of age ceremony. What the hell is this? Was I supposed to be here? Did I fuck up? I don't know. I might have fucked up. Because birds don't have 4 wings? Oh, birds don't have 4 wings. Birds don't have 4 wings, but if you know anything about biblical angels, or the seraphim, these winged wheels, they have like 8 wings, but they're like bird wings as well. So probably not a bird because birds don't have 4 wings, but it could have like 4 bird wings. You know what I mean? It could have 4 wings that are wings of birds, but still not be a bird. Well, it's pretty clearly not a bird because it's like something, a monkey, a guy. The pseudo sphinx, we'll call it, I guess for now, the pseudo sphinx. That sounds pretty cool. I assume this is the altar. I hope I'm going the right way. He surely would have let me get too lost in the beginning, right? Name a bird with 4 wings. I can name 2 birds that collectively have 4 wings. How's that? The stone thrums like the beat of a heart as I approach the altar. Am I afraid? Or maybe it feels right. Am I afraid? I'm going to self-insert a little bit here. I'm going to answer these questions as if this person is me. Because that seems like the way I'm supposed to do it. I would be afraid. Coming of age, I'm kind of a nervous wreck. I'm not exactly nervous. I said a bird. I was thinking of how I heard seraphim in my head. Is like, seraphim? Seraphim. Yeah, it's my best friend, Seraphim. The reason I'm aware of Seraphim is because of Digimon. The final evolution of the final digivolution. Let me use the proper terminology, the proper biological terminology. Digivolution of Angemon is Seraphimon. It's like, but then there's branches as well. Digimon lore is always weird. They're always changing the evolutionary paths. And they also have a card game too, apparently. I played like one Digimon game. So in answer to your question though, Red, I can name one bird with 4 wings. In embryo, the 2 embryos get stuck together. They hatch as 1 chicken, but they got 4 wings, but they're like 2 chickens fused together via some genetic mutation. Does that count? Yes and no, I'm not afraid. I'm ready for Rohana. I'm trying to think. This game is like takes place in the desert. I imagine there's some African-inspired names. Ibex. Ibex is close to Ibex. Ibex is like a horned goat. Look, Red, I'm like bending the rules. I like looking for loopholes. I'm ready to know myself. Don't even. This a bird with 4 wings. A bird with 4 wings. How about a pigeon that can fly a plane? They got the own set of wings that they fly on their own, and then they got the plane set of wings. I guess they'd have to own the plane though. But that might count, right? Just learned a hummingbird moth is a thing. The one child that was born with like 8 arms or something. 8-armed child. I feel like that would have taken place in India. I feel like if there was a new story about an 8-armed child, it would have taken place in India just because of all the Hindu deities where they have 8 arms, and 8's like a super important number in Buddhism. Spider-Man. Not Spider-Man yet, he's Spider-Babies. Has to undergo the training and have Uncle Ben be shot to become Spider-Man. I feel her curiosity in this sacred place. I know I am in her sight. Oh. Who's talking? Did we get a Navi? Oh, are we gliding? Are we gliding and sliding? Are we gliding and gloobing and globbing and slobing? Are we gloobing and globbing and sloobing and gluding and glodding? Ooh. Why are we in the barrier? Huh? So we got like the circle of energy. Does this allow us to fly? Does this give us a glider? Does this give us some amount of power? Ooh. Is this supposed to happen? Let's get that. Remember, it's not 8 arms, it's 8 limbs. Yes, but if they have 8 limbs but not 8 arms, then they have legs too. Hold on a second. This is just the ultimate. This is just the ultimate Machamp, no? This is like Mega Evolution Hold on a second. What does Mega Evolution Machamp look like? Mega Machamp. There's no such thing. Okay. This is Mega Machamp, no? Show Hilal the activated gliding stone. So what is the activated? I assume it just like activate. Oh, there's a statue here of a vaguely humanoid figure. You know, he has a Gigantamax. I don't know Gigantamax. I know there's like terrestrialized, there's Megas, and there's Gigantamaxes. And I just know that Megas were like the most popular form of the Pokemons when they came out, like the most popular new forms. Oh, I can glide now. Oh, we don't get a glider. We just got a gliding bubble. That's cool as hell. Oh, that's cool as hell, man. Hold on. Can I glide all the way? Do I need to? It uses no stamina, which is nice. Yeah, so that baby with 8 arms. Oh. Jank-ass controls. Really big, but then they have like cool. But they're also cool. He's gigantic and maximum. Ooh, the drum beats. Oh. Dude, they get really big but super cool. What's Mega then? Don't they also get really big and super cool in Mega as well? Look, I don't want to be like a contrarian, or I don't want to sound like I'm saying Digimon's cooler. But if you really think about it, Gigantamax terrestrialization and Gigantamax, these are all like branching evolution paths. You know what else had branching evolution paths before? Digimon? Am I saying Digimon was ahead of its time? Maybe heavily implying it. Am I saying that Digimon was better than Pokemon? Maybe just moderately suggesting that karma is a full circle, you know? What comes around goes around. People were saying Pokemon was better for all these variety of reasons, and now Pokemon's dipping into the branching evolutions. Wait a minute, Pokemon also has branching evolutions before. Never mind, I'm dumb. I just like what we took a Pokemon and made one part of its design really stupid. Really? I've seen some of the Megas. Mega Charizard looks pretty cool. At least like in the TCG when I play versus it. Look, it's got like the cool flames or whatever. Cool is subjective, I guess. And they made like a... Did they make Mega Slacking? No, they made Mega Gengar. Gengar's low-key an underrated Gen 1 Pokemon in terms of coolness factor. Everyone always goes for like, oh yeah, my favorite Pokemon Charizard, my favorite Pokemon Mewtwo for Gen 1. But Gengar, he's kind of simple design, but it kind of emanates a bit of edginess. A little edginess, a little coolness. Where the hell am I going? Where's my bike? Where did I put my bike? They're good, but a lot of them are kind of bad. That's okay. That's okay. Oh, so the blue's the bike. Having bad things is the first step to having really cool things. You can't have... Hold on, I was thinking about things that were cool. Actually, is that true? Is it always a precursor? I wouldn't know. I would imagine that like somehow, sometimes cool things just spontaneously come into existence, but other times it's just like whatever. Oh, it was like they should just make cool shit. That's what people have been telling the Pokemon company for like 20 years now, but for the longest time they do the same thing all over and over and over. People hate the Pokemon company. They were this goes okay. Okay. Well, they don't hate the Pokemon company, but they say like they have so much money. Why don't they do something cooler? Why don't they experiment with the formula? Because realistically, every single Pokemon game is kind of the same, you know? Every single Pokemon game is kind of just like you're a kid, you run around, catch Pokemon, and then you battle the bosses and you beat the Elite Four, and then you go kick your rival's ass and assert your dominance over them, which is a fun gameplay loop. Just transfer the animal doll. Oh, I heard about the animal doll being transported, bro, and the doll still missing. I'm not one to believe in like superstitious things, but the Annabelle doll, I'm not like a horror enthusiast as well. I'm zero in on the game. I'm excited what they do for Gen 2. I haven't played a full Pokemon game since like Gen 4. I've been thinking about maybe playing like Pokemon Black or Pokemon White on stream. I don't know why that doll is on tour. Why is this? Look, man, if we caught Bigfoot, we would put him on tour. This is like the closest thing we have to Bigfoot. If we could bottle up the Bermuda Triangle and pour it across the United States, you know we would. Charge admission. The real reason, Red, money. I don't want to sound like too much of a cynic, but like, also, why haven't they burned the doll? Red. If they burn the doll, they're going to release all the evil spirits, and then it will usher in an era of destruction and doom and spookiness for 1,000 years. Obviously, you don't know your ghost lore. I don't even know why the Annabelle doll is cursed. Burn the spirits? With what? You know how hard it is to produce grade 10 spirit fire? That's like a 7th level shaman spell, man. You gotta study at Shaman University for at least 40 years. Do your undergraduate shaman studies, your postgraduate shaman studies, your fellowship shaman studies, your post-fellowship shaman studies. Pokemon Black and White pretty cool. They were cool enough to get sequels. That is true. They are the only ones with sequels. I know people thirst for N, and I know people thirst for Zoroark, and I know there's like Hydreigon, and I know there's like Team Galactic. You got beat with the wet branch. I'm sure you're calling. All right, Red, go produce the level 10 Spirit Fire and go burn the Annabelle doll. I'll join you on your crusade. I'll like bring what ways do I have to deal with Ghost? I have 0 ways of fighting Ghost. I don't know if a Ghost were to haunt me. There's really nothing I can do about it, unfortunately. I guess I could like get a priest. I could throw a Bible at it. I don't have a Bible though. Never mind. I could throw like my hardcover copy of Don Quixote at it. You're Asian, that's all you need. Brother, Asian ghosts are always haunting Asian people. That's why there's so many Japanese like ghost movies. That's why there's like The Ring and Sadako. Haxorus. I remember Haxorus, kind of. Oh, the reason I know a few Gen 5 Pokemon, because around Gen 4, Gen 5, I started doing like online Pokemon, competitive Pokemon sims. This is around the time I started getting into competitive Yu-Gi-Oh as well, because there was Dueling Network back in the day. This is like 2012, 2000. I want to say 2012, 2013. Also during the height of my League addiction. I was getting addicted to a lot of things in 2013. That doesn't seem like a good thing, huh? When I return to Halal, it's clear they know what I've just experienced. They're excited on my behalf. So are like the things supposed to fall? Does the temple reset itself every time? Isn't it incredible? How does it feel? Safe like a warm hug. Excited true freedom. I tell Halal that hovering is exciting and ramble for a moment about all the things I'll be able to do when I'm out there in the world. Out there. What's the rest of the lyrics from The Hunchback of Notre Dame? Out just to spend one day out there somewhere. Did you know that the voice actor for The Hunchback of Notre Dame is the actor for Mozart in the 1984 Best Picture Amadeus? I didn't know that. Tom Hulse. I was watching Mozart, or I was watching Amadeus. I've watched, it's like my favorite movie. I watched it like 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, a bunch of times. And then I was watching The Hunchback of Notre Dame, and I was like, wait a minute, this guy sounds kind of familiar. And I look up the voice actor, Tom Hulse, click on the Wikipedia page, and it's like, things he's done. Mozart and Amadeus. Now, everyone remembers, of course, F. Murray Abraham's performance in that movie that won Best Supporting Actor at the Oscars of 1984, but still. NASA found the galaxy similar to M4 and I just retweeted it. Is it similar to M4 in that it contains like a galactic destroyer person there, and there's people on the planet, and it looks just like ancient Greece, and there's life forms there as well? And tell all the hovering inside, blah, blah, blah. Most of them involve me falling on my head. I guess the mask can also double as like face protection in the sun, and I mean that there's an entire society dedicated around hovering, maybe also like kind of head protection. But I'm sure I'll come up with more in practice. Don't know anything about it. Well, if there's not Greek people living on it, we can't call it Amphoreus. So what is it, like the 34 million cycles? Right, you can do anything you want. Halal's mood doesn't darken. Is this game going to explore like the contrast of freedom versus shackles? We're kind of tied to our society, we're tied to our village, but we also want to explore more, and then we have to strike a balance between that. Or is this, or what did I say before? Is it this desert Rumspringa? But the side they let out holds a bit of a sorrow. You're very lucky, you know. I miss it so much, that feeling. Just floating on the... Oh! So I suppose that you only get the gliding during the ceremony. And then maybe it's like, if you choose to leave the village forever, leave the community, you get to keep the gliding and use it to be as free as you want. Or you can be with the safety and security and like familiarity, familialness of the village. That could be an interesting concept. But I suppose it's just that it fades with age. Or else I might not have... Okay. Or else I might never have come back from my gliding. I'll just be out there heaving myself into chasms. I'll heave myself into chasms. Are we simping for this guy? I wish we could all do it. Is that really what you do? They think about it. Why not? If I had the power, why not use it? I know people manage to keep it up, but I don't know that I've got the time to practice. Okay, so then never mind. My theory is thwarted. Halal allows even if there's a bit of regret in it. And I certainly haven't got that. Still, I suppose the gliding wouldn't mean much if it was all gains and no loss. Of course, there's the balance. Give and take. Why did Black and White get a sequel? Is it just based solely off the popularity of the games? I don't remember too much hullabaloo about Black and White when it came out. Besides the fact that, ooh, shiny new Pokemon game, must play. To decide that there was already too much loss on my mind to consider it much further, I am saying goodbye to my clan, my family, my home, my childhood. So we are striking it out on our own, and we have to like discover ourselves. To lose the perpetual is a sacrifice for another time. You're going to love it out, even when you don't. My advice, try to have fun. There's a lot to be said about ritual and independence. This is coming of age. What kind of dynamics are we exploring, though? Dynamics of the clan, dynamics of like Solitude, dynamics, or the world's an easier place if you put joy first. I thank Allah for their advice and for their help and tell them I'll miss them. It'll all be over before you know it. A warning and a reassurance all in one. I say goodbye. It was Sizo. Sizo? How do I get up there? Can I float? Oh, there's stairs. I can take the stairs like a regular person. Who's this? Jadi? Hello? Hello, little glider. It's so strange. That's a big glider to you. What was your... We're gonna acquire some more intel. What was your gliding like? I'll tell you when you get back. Okay, so it's not like we have to choose between the clan and being independent. It's simply just coming of age. I don't want to spoil any surprises. I did meet some crystal farmers. Crystal farmers. So they farm crystal, I guess. That made Tiny Sim. They have a lot of sims, but then they have the one camp. Is it a gambling sim or is it just a game where you gamble? You know, you gotta get that bag somehow. Everyone's got to make a living. Not too many people in the market these days for Tiny Zoo sim games. Gambling, on the other hand, poker. Look, Fred. Poker is classified as a game of skill. It is, trust me. It's classified as a game of skill in many states. That's why it's legal. It is gambling, but it's skillful gambling. And that's why it's legal in some states in the United States. And casinos. Because like slots is completely random. What else is there? Roulette's random, craps is random, but poker is a game of skill. That's why when you look at the main event at the World Series of Poker, you look at who's playing in these high stakes cash games, it's always the same few people. They're much better than everyone else. They know what they're doing. They can play GTO poker. They know their ranges. They know their VPIP. Poker is something that I studied for a little bit. And then when I say studied, I mean I watched YouTube videos and played a little bit online. And then I don't want to say I got bored of it, but I just like didn't play it anymore. I probably could. I was okay at it. The strategy is interesting. Just like thinking a bit through all the decision choices you have to make and analyzing what your opponent's doing. I like that kind of stuff. So it was an interesting hobby. Interesting thing to get into, I guess. Sizo is an outlander to the Abexi, but I've known her for nearly as long as I can recall and think of her more as a kind of distant relation than any sort of outsider. Machinists, I'm told, are given their post and by their training their code must go to where they are needed, but Sizo has been among us so long that it's easy to regard it as an assignment first and foremost. She's a machinist? Are the inner machinations of her mind an enigma? This is Patrick Starr. As far as any of us are concerned, she is one of us. I think there is a perception among the other clans that the Abexi are quite insular, so there's other people out there, and that our designation of Abexi versus Outlander suggests some nervous othering of those who are unlike us, but in practice such things are more the result of our nomadic nature. We seek to know who will travel with us and who we must leave behind, but we are all welcome to join. But I'm always pleased that Sizo did. Sable, how did you do, clan child? I can only think of one thing. Better now I'm getting a bike. Excited for my bike, a bit worried. Am I really getting a bike? Also, Red, should you really be looking down upon playing a little about a video game company making a little bit of a poker game when you're a bit of a Hoyoverse simp yourself? And the entire premise of gacha is give us money and you can maybe get the thing, even though they do have pity now. But there are some gacha games that don't have pity. Fire Emblem Heroes doesn't have pity. Or at least when I played. They introduced it as like a paid mechanic though. Better now that I'm getting a bike. I'm excited for my bike. Sizo has a throaty quality to her voice and it rumbles through her mask when she laughs. But she's quite a serious person. Most days I'm always torn between pride and alarm when I manage to make her chuckle. So I guess everyone wears masks here. I get the impression I can't get IRL. Look. They got strict. Okay, hold on. Let me cook. We have regular poker where you gamble with money. You got strip poker where you gamble with clothes. How about like emotional intimacy poker where you gamble with affection, you know? You bet an intimate thing. It doesn't have to be explicit in that way. It just could be an emotionally vulnerable a deed, an emotionally vulnerable act, and then you have to pay up when you lose the pot. I think I'm cooking. I think this is how we solve the loneliness crisis that's growing too. I think on stream I'm solving a lot of current world problems. I solved the literacy crisis like last month. I'm solving the loneliness epidemic now. You think anyone who plays poker isn't bipolar? I don't think anyone who plays poker. To play poker, you have to be pretty stoic. So if you play poker for like a living, semi-professionally, you either like are stoic and dead to the giant changes in money and the large amounts of variance, or you're like extremely bipolar and probably a little crazy, which might be a good thing. It could be a good thing. Yes, Jetty told me how excited you were. Ciso sniffs. I don't know how to pronounce his name. Probably Ciso. She also told me Driss would be coming along to get your bike together, but I think she may have what? What did he do? I didn't meant to say that out loud, so I told her I was just clearing my throat. I don't begrudge Driss his forgetfulness. Where I ties with so many odds and ends, I might be just as scattered. And besides, this will be good for you. They always reinforce that this is good for me. I want you to scavenge the hover bike parts yourself. I'm gonna make my own bike. The bike chooses the biker. Technically, shouldn't Driss do it? That sounds like an adventure. That does sound like an adventure. Now, IRL, this would inconvenience me greatly, but if I were Sable in this environment, I'd want to make my own thing, no? It's more meaningful than you know. To bond with one's bike before it's taken form is more privilege and labor. Oh, so it's kind of like we're bike bonding. Here, take this. The Navigator. What is that? Oh, we can mark it out to find waypoints. It'd be useful in finding old parts. They're reborn. So I guess it's like kind of... What's it called? What does this remind me of? Bonding. It's like a wizard's familiar, I guess. My bike is my familiar in this desert landscape. When I first saw this game, it kind of gave off post-apocalyptic vibes, but that might just be because it's barren. I think it's just desert stuff, though. You'll find another up on the Great Rock near the other side, and another one behind the old dam. Use your nav if you need. You need to gather control panel. Do most gliders make their own bike? Only the lucky ones. Ooh. We're privileged. Together we'll create something new out of the old. I like that idea of like recycling and reincarnation. Use the navigator. Press RB to use the navigator to mark. It's like an hour in and I still haven't completed the tutorial. How curious. Landmarks that appear... I didn't finish reading that. Somewhere over there, I assume. Place, I think. There's like something over here as well, right? I think. I don't remember where everything is. And there's like something over here as well, right? Persona funny? Persona funny? Persona? Which one? There's like... Well, there's 5 of them. But nobody talks about 1 and 2. The only Personas that most people talk about are 3, 4, and 5. And then the fans of Persona 1 and 2 talk about how nobody talks about Persona 1 and 2. Calibrator. Atomic power supply. Control panel. Okay, so there's like something over here. An atomic calibrator. Like, oh god, let me talk to her again. Oh. Okay, so it's like over there by the White House. Let me put it down. You can glide to it, right? Where's my bike, actually? Where did I put my bike? A character's name is Leon, but their code name is... You know, it's not that silly. Maybe you named your... Maybe you got a kid named Lenny and you call him Len. You know, I never understood why they made Persona... Like, a specifically Persona 5 gacha game as opposed to like what Fire Emblem did, where they have their one gacha game, but it's for all the Fire Emblem games, you know? I feel like it would be far more profitable to make like an all-encompassing Persona 5, an all-encompassing Persona gacha game. That way you can include characters from 1 and 2 and increase their popularity. That's what Fire Emblem Heroes did. The first 6 Fire Emblem games were released only in the East in Japan, and so you can add characters from those 6 and increase their popularity, make them want to make foreigners want to play them. They're supposed to be hiding their identities. Sometimes, have you ever heard of the phrase hiding in plain sight, Red? Where am I? I assume this is like China where I'm supposed to be. I don't really know what I'm doing. Where is it? Is it somewhere here? I think it's like a superhero wannabe. Aren't we all, man? I heard a lot of good things about the new Superman movie, about how like people go see it and then they're just like full of hope and verve again. I'm not sure if it's viral marketing or if it's like genuine human interaction with the film that's good. That's kind of what I hate about about marketing now. You never know if people are genuinely responding and like emotionally resonating with a piece of media, or if it's all just some ploy by a team of suits that are like, this is gonna go viral on the internet and make people want to see our movie and give us more money. Girl just admitted is worse than Kevin. What's worse than Kevin? There's a lot of things. There's actually not a lot of things worse than Kevin. Kevin is a terrible name. I'm sorry if your name is Kevin, by the way. There's nothing that used to be found in the ship, but I noticed a blinking light flashing on the dashboard of the cockpit. Push the button. We find funny thing, we push the button. A voice crackles from the machinery. My friend said the movie was good. I hear like the movie's really good, but I've seen people on Twitter when I do scroll it just talk about, oh, this movie is so hopeful. It's so amazing. They finally got Superman right. They finally got like a good DC comic book movie. But then again, I heard the same thing about Wonder Woman, and like I watched Wonder Woman. It was okay. Wasn't like mind-blowing or anything. But I'm seeing people like hope posting based off them watching the Superman movie. I kind of want to go see it now. This viral marketing tactic is working on me, and I kind of hate myself for it. Stop messing about those buttons, you absolutely. Sorry. I don't have to remind you how much work it was to get this far. We're almost there. All right, let's see what that old machinist told us holds up. If not, there will be hell to pay. Do you click sponsoring press? Pull that lever. Yes, Robin. Oh, on Rohana's mask. So Rohana is the deity. She's like the god, I guess. Oh, wait a second. Maybe Rohana was the statue of the Mothman we saw at the Temple of the Gliding. That would make sense. The deity in front of like an ancient temple. That would make a lot of sense. A god at a place of worship? Hold on a second. You've only heard people shit on Wonder Woman? Really? When Wonder Woman came out, I've heard people like calling it, oh, it's the first good DC comic movie. At least that was people around me. I don't know what the online opinion of it was. I didn't really care to look it up. I just heard like through the grapevine, through word of mouth, that it was at least good, or like better than the other DC offerings up until that time, which was like what? Man of Steel? Was Batman vs Superman out when Wonder Woman came? When Wonder Woman came out? Let me check. There was the Wonder Woman movie. The Wonder Woman movie that the people shit on was 1984, the sequel. Yeah, Gal Gadot's acting range is like, people used to meme about Kristen Stewart's acting range in Twilight and everything, but Kristen Stewart can actually act. She actually has like a fair amount of other things in her discography that she can act for. Gal Gadot is quite literally, now upon introspection, like, I don't even think she's an actor. I don't see any acting. I see a face and it's like, no, Kal-El, don't do it. Give me the stone. I think if I was Wonder Woman, I could put on a more convincing performance. And honestly, I'm probably just as attractive. So, Batman vs Superman. Oh, Batman vs Superman. When was this? Batman vs Superman came out first. Okay. Weird. And then the sounds of someone chewing. It worked. We're flying. More chewing. That's the sound of someone dancing. Oh, we're watching the last recording of the ship before everybody dies. Okay, then. So not only does Wonder Woman make the same bass the entire movie, but she kind of just says everything with the same tone and the same, like, same vocal range. Try drag before you try cross-dressing. Bitch, I was a fucking competitive swimmer. Do you know how often I was naked in front of other people? I guess that's not the same as cross-dressing and drag. Never mind. I would make a pretty good woman. I had gay friends in college. He was like, yeah, you'd make a pretty good drag queen. I never tried it. Mainly because I just haven't had the avenue to. Don't really care for it. Or not that I don't care for it. I just haven't felt like it. Also, I'd have to start shaving my legs again. I have a scar from... Why were you naked in front of other people so much? Locker room, bro. Locker room. Not like... I wasn't naked in public in front of other people. I was in the locker room naked in front of other people. My teammates. Are you looking for a calibrator? I am. I'm not an exhibitionist. Nor am I a nudist. Nor am I like one of those people that flashes people on the street. It's just a fact of life when you are an athlete. You're going to be naked in front of other guys sometimes. I'm immediately on guard. Saima has always been a mischief maker. Also, like, competitive swimming, you wear the briefs. You don't wear the jammers. You wear the ones that are like the Speedos, the banana hammocks, but not like the bull wrap banana hammocks. He was nude in public. That was only a couple of times, and there's a good explanation for that. It's because I didn't want to go to the locker room to change. There's a good explanation, all right? The pool that all the competitions were at, the way that they had everything arranged is you would sit at one space, but the locker room would be super far away. So what you would do is what was called as deck changing. So you would wrap the towel around your waist and you would change on deck in public at the pool. So you didn't have to walk like all the way, all of 2 minutes over to the other where the locker rooms are when you're retired. All right? It was, nobody knew, I think. They probably knew, but they didn't say anything. So Chinese was last updated 7 years ago? What? 7 years ago. 2018. I remember 2018 well. I'm really on guard. Simon has always been a mischief maker and taken tremendous pleasure in this little child is the devil, isn't she? This little child is an avatar of Satan. In theory, I'm older and more experienced to be able to withstand it. We can't withstand the teasing of a cheeky child. In practice, you won't find it here. I've hidden it. You'll never find it. Never, never. You never fails to get me. You're... Hold on. My model's in the way. Oh, Sable. You're a horrible child. I know what I'm telling this person. You're a horrible child. Timo laughs off my irritation. I'm not going to give her the satisfaction. I cross my arms and try to effect a change. I'll give you the calibrator. If you give me some beetles. Yes. If you wish to request this calibrator off of me, you must give me some beetles. That's how I'm imagining the child talks, even though I don't know why a child would talk like that. That's a fair trade, isn't it? Use something you want for something that I want? Am I really negotiating with this small child? I think I should adopt US foreign policy circa early 2000s, just not negotiate with this terrorist, no? I try to decide if it's more mature to push her over and steal the calibrator or to acquiesce. We are for sure... Okay. If this is me, in this situation, I think I'm just physically grabbing the calibrator. Why should I give this child beetles? This is blackmail, no? This is like extortion. To give in to the demands of this child would be basically the same thing as getting extorted by the mafia for a protection fee if I was a small business owner in New York in like the 1970s. Why would I? And so by standing up to this child, it's an act of bravery. It's a show of solitude. It's a show of what's the word I'm looking for? It's a show of spine, you know? I'm not want to give in to the protection fees and racket of the mafia. Similarly, I don't want to give in to the extortion and blackmail of a child. The only option is to run them over with the bike. Shit, I think you might be right. You know, we have this bike that is liable to explode. When we got the bike from the guy, he said he did ask us if we were on fire, so we could hit the bike with we could hit the child with a flaming bike. That is a valid option. I tried to decide if it's more mature to push her over, but then I simply stifle a sigh and shake her little hand. No. We're negotiating with a terrorist. The beetle detour. Hold on, she's in bike range. She's in bike range. Go, go, go. Oh, strafe. Yo. She's in biking range. Whoa. Why is it that when I hit the child, the bike moves? This is like a big machine made of metal, probably like 2 tons at least, or like 1.5 tons, or like 1 ton at least. Doing some donuts, gaining that centripetal force. Oh shit. I am really bad at driving. Kill the child. I feel like those Empire stormtroopers in The Mandalorian. Kill the child. All right. Oh, is this a beetle shrine? What the hell is this? Oh, wait a second. Red dye. Oh, I can make a red bike. Ooh. Yes. Let me try a bit of a Yoda impression. I need something to say. What would Yoda say? Very good, this ketamine is. That's something that Yoda would say. Who are these people? Hold on. Are these more Outworlders? I could ask about catching beetles for that awful little sign, but do you know where I can find some beetles? There's a nest just east of here. You can't just walk up to one and catch it, though. There's some seeds growing on the rocks around the nest. Drop a seed on the floor, and the beetle will start eating it, and then you can sneak up and grab it. Just asked me a series of increasingly strange questions before I make an excuse to take my leave. Increasingly strange. Can I grab anything? Do I have an inventory? I have a map. Settings. I have no inventory. That's interesting. Where's east? Hold on. Where's east? East is... Where am I? Wait, where am I? I don't know. I have a map, but I don't know how to read a map. Okay. So the east is somewhere else, I think. You're begging to be clipped out of context? Brother, I'm going to go back in my thing and clip that. It's fine. I'll clip myself saying kill the child. A fucking asshole this child is. Run over with a bike they will... A fucking asshole this child is. Run over with bike they will be. No, I don't know. I feel like if I was supposed to... I feel like my... Just like how my IQ gets lower when I stream, my impression levels also get lower. When I'm like... It could also be because I'm sitting down, and normally when I'm doing my impressions, I'm like in the gym doing a bit for making my friend laugh between sets. Hit the child with the bike, I must. Oh. Okay, put that there. Did I want that? I don't... Where am I going? Hold on, I'm going the wrong way. What's the other things I said out of context? I've said so many different things out of context, Red. Like, honestly, if you... I don't think the context makes it better for kill the child, because I was saying about how I was going to hit them with the bike. So, of course, this needs to be prefaced as, like, in the video game, like in Minecraft. Like, when you tell someone that you hate them and you're going to shoot them in Minecraft, there's like a little bit of context there, but the context isn't... The context doesn't absolve me of guilt. If anything, it proves I'm kind of deranged, no? The quote killed it. I don't know how to add quotes. I don't know how commands work. I'm sorry. I've always said I was gonna get my chat command working, but I've only ever made one chat command. I'm sorry. I'm a bad streamer. I'll flog myself tonight. I'll spank myself. I'll spank myself for my failures as a creator and entertainer. This is my full Japanese dogeza. You can do commands. What? Wait, hold on. I didn't know you can do that. Hold on a second. I have commands. What commands do I have? Oh, I have this stuff. I think a lot of these are mainly just are defaults, but I do have lurk. That one's a custom one. And then there's some for moderator, some for items. What is this? Vanish. What is this? Chat stats. Follower age. Is it working? Is it working? Is it follow age or follower age? I think it's follow age, right? Or am I delusional? Oh, where am I going? 2 months, 25 days, and 22 hours. Oh, it works. Hooray. Wait, where am I going? Where's my quest? The Beetle Detour. Who's my... 2 months. Wow. Time does fly. I remember like it was just yesterday when you started following me, Arthropod Wizard. I was playing Hollow Knight. And I remember I ended the stream and you told me about like the map stuff. Timer? I don't know how timers work. Don't ask me to explain how the timers work. I don't know how they do. It's 2025. Everyone's delusional. Delusional's a good thing. People will call you delusional like it's a bad thing, but delusional's a good thing. Ah, yes, Red. I remember the day you first followed me. You were talking about how you got egg noodles that day, and the egg noodles were too eggy. It's been over a year. It has been, Red. You started like watching me stream like when? I want to say May of 2024, somewhere around that time. I'd been streaming for about 3 months. And you popped into my chat. You said you found me off of YouTube, one of the shorts I posted. And you liked this shirt. I remember. And you were talking about how you got egg noodles. You ordered some takeout, and your roommate was doing something, or you ordered something with your roommates, and they were egg noodles, but they were too eggy. And I asked you, what do you mean an egg noodle is too eggy? Isn't that the whole point of an egg noodle, that you get to taste the egg? You refuse to believe it's been over a year? Bro. Bro. What do you mean you can't just deny the passage of time? Aish, well. Who are you to deny the passage of time? Maybe if I can climb this? You for real don't remember the convo? That's okay. That's why I'm here. I remember my first conversation with so many people. You remember the Hawaiian shirt one? You don't remember the egg noodles? I thought about it. I was like, that was a weird thing to do. His hair was black. He's an old man now. Yeah, now I'm old. No, I was... When I first started streaming, I didn't have hair. I was bald as an infant. And then I grew black hair. And then it turned gray and silver. And now I'm old. 1 full year. Can you believe it? I went through an entire lifespan of emotions in 1 full year. He's been old. I have been old. I will be old. That's okay. Where the hell am I going? I don't know where these beetles are. Am I supposed to go that way? They said there's like a cave or something. Dude might be a bug. Actually, hold on a second. I could be a fruit fly. You never know. Technically, I could be like 1,000 fruit flies in a trench coat. My voice isn't actually a human voice. It's a bunch of fruit flies buzzing together and generating sound. You feel like it's only been 6 months? No. Red, don't you know? Haven't you given birth by now? Because every time you used to come into my chat, you used to say, hi, I'm pregnant. And now you say, what's shaken, bacon? You switched up your approach. I appreciate the novel change and everything, but still. You should have given birth like 100,000 times. Where do I find these seeds? 6 months. Red. Ship of Theseus for flesh. You know, if you think about it, the cells that compose you are just like... How do I find these seeds from? Hold on. How do I find a seed? You give birth every day. I don't think that's healthy. I don't think it's healthy to get knocked up and give birth every day. Like, I'm not a biologist by any stretch of the imagination. Doesn't seem good. You just don't announce it. Anyways, if you really think about it, your body is just Ship of Theseus, right? You got like cells in you, and every, what is it, like every 7 years or whatever, all of your cells are completely different from 7 years ago. So technically you're like kind of a new person. So instead of new year, new me, it should be like new cycle of cell growth, new me. You know what I'm saying? If every 7 years the cells in your body are just completely different from the past 7 years before, it's just like new cycle of being, new me. I can completely change my personality. I'm a new person. I'm not tied down by the shackles of the past anymore. I'm my own free person. Where the fuck are these seeds that I'm supposed to be getting? Not that. I have to like approach them from behind and just like grab them. I have to crouch maybe. They see me. All right, I gotta sneak up on one. How does this work? Oh, he doesn't see me. He doesn't see me. I'm goated. Fuck, he sees me. Where are the seeds? Where are the seeds? I can't buy them, can I? Are they up here? Do I have to climb something? Ship of Theseus, but live service games like Fortnite? What? What do you mean by that? Hold on. I think I might... Hold on, explain the concept. I kind of like it. I kind of like the sound of that. I'm gonna put it down. Here's my bait. This is basically fishing. This is essentially fishing. Can I grab it? I can't grab it. Oh, I can grab it. I'm just gonna use this. How many updates in the latest version isn't the same as the original? Maybe. But the updates don't replace anything, right? I feel like the whole Ship of Theseus thought experiment is about like the idea of replacing something until it's like similar, but all the parts are replaced. The same, but all the parts are replaced. When you update something, you're not exactly replacing things. You're modifying them, which isn't always replacement. There's like a subtle difference there that the vibe is off, you know? Do I need to get another thing? Maybe like, what could go hard here? What's an idea that I could have? There's for sure like a great bit somewhere with Ship of Theseus and some type of modern thing. Hold on. Where the fuck are these beetles? All right, come on. Ship of Theseus, except it's Ship of Theseus except as a plane? The plane of Theseus? No. Ship of Theseus except it's my 1000 Google Chrome tabs that I keep open? No. Maybe. Maybe there's something in there. I haven't explored the idea fully yet. Why won't these bugs eat my seed? I hate this game, man. I don't hate the game. I just want these bugs to eat my seed. Oh, oh. He likes it. He likes it. Nice. Oh, he likes it. Grab. Yellow elephant beetle. All right, all right. I had a joke in my head earlier. Is it going to be like the archangels, Gabriel and Peter deciding who gets to be emperor of China in a coffee shop? Call it the mandate of heaven. But there has to be like something with a date there. I don't know. It was a bit that I was thinking about. Brother, I'm always spreading my seeds. They call me the master farmer. I'm not just spreading my seed. I'm spreading my seed. The seed is nutritious. I'm using it to lure beetles. The beetles love my seed when I throw it at them. Look at that. Look at that seed mileage I'm getting. It attracts the beetles. Nobody else, just the beetles. Where's my plane? Honestly, like some guy spreading their seed on stream wouldn't be the worst thing. It wouldn't be like the strangest thing that's ever happened. You're spreading my seed? For real. For real. Johnny Appleseed? The seeds he was spreading were metaphorical seeds. It's obviously a metaphor for... Oh, what's this? Ooh, money? We live in a society with money? Ooh. How interesting. They call me... What do they call me? Johnny Appleseed. I don't know. Was Johnny Appleseed even real? I don't remember. I feel like we've had this... No. Have I done a Johnny Appleseed bit before? Maybe. Maybe. How about a Paul Bunyan bit? Oh. What's another, like, American folk hero? American, what's it called? Who's another American? Name 4 Americans. Name 4 American folk heroes, folk legends? I don't know. Where's Saima? Where's that small child? Where's the sassy child that I hate? I guess it'd be mean for me to say I hate the child. Where's the sassy child that I want to hit with my bike going at very fast speeds? That's still kind of mean, but at least it's more accurate. And I'm nothing if not accurate. Actually, I'm not very accurate most of the time as well. Oh. Let me go this way, yeah? The Ibex camp? Oh, wait, what's that? Where's this? Oh, there she is. The sassy child. Here. Dormammu, I've come to bargain. I feel embarrassingly vindicated as I hand Simon the Beatles. Rather than gloat, she hands me a calibrator and begins to cry. What have I done? She loves us. I still feel no regret. I feel like this is supposed to be like, oh, this is a touching moment of like, she took it because she wants you to stay and she loves you. But on the other hand, I'm like, all right, I still kind of want to hit her with my bike. Let her cry it out. Let her cry it out. She blows her nose and then wipes her hand on her. Yara never came back after the last gliding. Aren't you sad? You were... Somebody left. So what is it about the gliding that makes people leave then? What am I doing? People leave. That's their choice. I miss her too. Should I be mean to this kid? I feel like I should be. I feel like it's morally good. It's better for me to be mean to the child, no? Being mean to kids will strengthen them. In order to make a child stronger, make them lift lots of weight, hit them with bikes, and be mean to them. That's a child rearing regimen that's been passed down in my family for hundreds of years. I'm kidding. In case you might have thought I was serious. We'll do, how would I respond to this? People leave, that's their choice. I would say that to someone who's like older. I guess if it's actually a younger person, this is actually me responding. I miss her too. There's been a letter here and there, but it was always to us rather than to me. I'm not bitter, but I hope not to be like that. Please don't go. I tell Summer not to worry, that I will be back sooner than she knows. And I'm sure she pouts behind the mask. Where do they get these masks from? What's the lore behind the mask? If it's like... Middle Eastern inspired? Is it analogous to like a hijab or a burqa or a nasim or whatever? And I add that if I'm not back sooner than she knows, then she'll be ready for her gliding by then. Then she can come bother me herself. Promise? I say yes. So, oh yeah, we still have to find the other parts of an actual bike. The bike controls are kind of wonky, TBH. I don't want to say that they're like... This one doesn't handle very well. It could be a skill issue. I'm going to choose to say it's like a... oh, what's it called? I'm going to choose to say it's... maybe it's like one of those Ludo narrative things, that gameplay narrative intersection where this bike feels wonky and a little bit awkward to use, but then you build your own bike and it fits like a glove and it feels very smooth. Oh, hold on. Is that a ship? There was like some post-apocalyptic vibes as well with the whole like destroyed spaceship that we found earlier. Ooh, box, pot. 20 thingies, 20 triangles, 20 circle triangles. Oh, that's not a triangle, that's a square. I have studied my geometry. I know what a square is, I think. I've studied many geometries before. I'm pretty sure that was a square. Where do I go now? Oh, this way. Oh, I'm going the wrong way. Ships of old. Ships of old? More like chips of old. Stale chips? Stale chips? I'm working out the bit in my head. I'm calculating the different varieties of joke I can make. Hold on. My nose itches and tickles like I'm going to sneeze. Ooh. We go this way? Oh. The tickets are bought. I'm going to Korea in a month. To the homeland. A homeland where I've never been. Well, I expect in that desolate wasteland of South Korea and Seoul and Jeju and Busan. No, I've never actually watched Train to Busan. I know it's like one of the best zombie movies that you could get, or like I've heard it's a really good zombie movie, but I've never watched it. I think it's got a sad ending. I think. I could be wrong, but I'm pretty sure the ending is sad. And I don't know anything about Busan. The only thing I know anything about in Korea is like they speak Korean there. I have family there who I've never met. And what else do I know? Seoul is the capital and it's quite close to the DMZ. Oh, hold on, my nose. Wait, where's this thing I'm supposed to find? Oh, ladder. Okay. I let my sisters plan it because I'm lazy. It's gonna be, I think 2 weeks we're gonna go. It's end of September, early October. I have a friend that's gonna be in Korea at the same time as well, so I'll probably have to meet up with him, get some food. He's been doing all the research for me, all the research of like the food places. He said, my friend who's gonna be in Korea the same time I am, he's a Korean guy from Korea, born there, raised there, or not really raised. He moved to the States when he was 10, and I've known him since then. He said, oh no, he's like a Germanophile. You're downloading Sable and fucking your internet. You're gonna do some little parallel play. You're gonna get further than me. I'm an hour and 33 and this feels like first 30 minutes of the game type of stuff that I'm still doing. Oh wait, hold on. Oh, lever. Yeah, my Germanophile Korean friend who's going to be in Korea the same time I am. He's like, you know, there's like a small village on the southern end of the peninsula where they have an Oktoberfest festival. I'm like, I asked him why. He said there's like it's where all the German immigrants settled when they moved to the Korea. I'm like, I asked him, why are there German immigrants in Korea? Why is there a sizable enough German population in Korea to warrant an Oktoberfest festival? He said, I don't know, but I want to go. It would be an interesting experience. It would for sure be less crowded than going to Germany to celebrate Oktoberfest, you know? It could be a good idea. It could be a bad idea. It surely can't be a worse idea than like going to North Korea. There have been people, not that I've personally known, but who are like, but who I've heard have gone to North Korea. It never ends well. You want to see if the driving is as jank? I think it's just a skill issue. I'm pretty sure it's just a skill issue because you like press the accelerator and then you turn, but it's like one of those weird things where the turning isn't perfectly smooth It's probably me and my lack of video game knowledge, I will say. It's not 2J. It's like controllable. I don't want to give it too many knocks. I haven't played too much of it yet, and it could be like I said, there could be a purpose to it. There could be a purpose to the jank driving, because this is still like the beginner bike that we got, that the guy who has a Driss said is liable to catch fire and not really working all the way. So it could be like, now that you have the bike that you're supposed to have, it'll fit like a glove. It's all good. You're safe now. Oh, what's this? The atomic control panel. Now I need a power supply. If you've played a lot more games than I have, you'll probably find the driving a little bit more bearable. But like I said, a lot of the games that I've played, strategy RPGs, JRPGs, and turn-based RPGs, as well as card games. Those are my addictions. Well, where's my bike? Where'd my bike go? All the way up there. Oh, there's a ladder at least. What? 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 Why is the character's name Sable? I feel like when games name their game after the main character, there's an importance to it, right? So if I think about what Sable means, hold on. Sable's a fish. What else is Sable? I'm pretty sure Sable has its own definition as like its own separate word. A marten in Middle English, Sable black. All right, black is sable as well, from a large African antelope. Isn't it a fish? Wait, what? Sable's a fish as well. Wait, Sable's a fish, an antelope, and like a marten? That's a little strange. Why would you use one word to describe 3 different types of animals? That doesn't seem very smart to me. Oh. Oh, all right. Now I gotta go and get the power supply. You know, I've always had power. When I had my computer issues, like, when was it? 2 or 3? No, it was 4 months ago when I was having my computer issues. It was the power supply when I did all my tests. So, like, if this power supply, I get it, and it doesn't work properly, I'm going to have some PTSD flashbacks to my power supply unit failing on my computer 3-4 months ago and having to replace it. I don't get like how the power supply fails though, because it had enough wattage to support the computer. I guess it was poorly made, poorly manufactured. It didn't carry power as well. It mostly controls mine, but the fact you have to enter like a separate driving mode to strafe. Yeah, this is like the weird part. There's like strafing mode, which doesn't feel good. And then there's like turning mode, which is a little strange. It handles like I expect this type of driving to handle. I've never liked this type of accelerate and then turn. And it's not like a sharp turn. It's not like Mario Kart turning. It's like drift turning, you know? But then the strafing feels slightly clumsy. Slightly. I'm sure I'll get used to it, but I like complaining. Complaining is content. Oh. Hold on, this way? This way? It's also like you can't accelerate in strafe mode, which I don't like. Maybe like you can move forward in strafe mode. I guess like if you could just accelerate during strafe mode, then there's no reason to go into like drift and turning mode. I don't know. I don't design games, I just play them. I don't even play that many of them. Oh. Bar out here. Ooh. Game you tried to... Isn't Katamari the one where you roll the ball? Is it like inverted controls where you like you go up and then it goes down? I don't know. I've never played. I'm gonna have to try it. It seems like really stress relieving at least, or like it seems very, very calming. There's something like really calming about getting the entire world and just getting the entire world and rolling into one big thing. Wait a minute. I missed my target. Can I fall off the bike? I hope not. Are we supposed to be underground? I hope not. I don't really know what I'm doing, man. I guess just follow the blue dot. Now, of course, I don't really know where I put the blue dot. I just kind of put it down somewhere and prayed. Here? Here? somewhere over here, vaguely in this direction. Do I have to dismount and climb now? I wish... Can I jump and climb? Oh. I made it. I made it? Is this where I'm supposed to go? I think it is. Hold on. Peak's looking a lot different today than I remembered. Any game with stamina and climbing now is just peak to me. It's peak. Not like absolute peak, like the height of gameplay, but like the literal game peak. Peak cinema. I think this is where I'm supposed to be, but where is there a power supply here? Do I just keep climbing? Let's go up. Huh? Scheiße. Maybe it's over there. Maybe? No, I'm where I'm supposed to be, I think. Perhaps? Is it this way? Where is it on the map? Am I delusional? Did I get to the marker? Is it over there? Do I have to go back and talk to the guy? Where'd my bike go? Where am I? Oh, to move forward, you hold the ball. With the ball, you hold both joysticks forward to turn. Oh, yeah, there's like you're walking on top of the ball as well. That does seem kind of awkward. Huh. Where am I going here? Maybe the power supply's in that big tube? Ships of old. Over here, maybe? Maybe over there. Pressing up or down joysticks. Pressing up with the left rotates you around. The left pressing up with the right joystick rotates you around. Huh? That seems confusing. My brain's not that big. I can't keep all that information in my head. I would still try it. It seems like a fun game. An interesting concept, at least, to just like brain empty, go crush things. There's like a ship somewhere. I do like how our running animation isn't quite 60 frames per second. It's a little stilted. I think that adds a unique quality to it. Where am I going though? I thought I saw a ship somewhere. Oh, there's the ship. These parts that we're getting are probably like scavenged parts from the ships that have fallen to this Earth. I guess we don't even know if we're on Earth. Yeah, we could. For all we know, we could be on Tatooine. Oh no, never mind. We got a chum egg. Ooh. I don't know what that does. I forgot what the chum eggs do. Oh, this way? I can't walk through that. Yeah. Wait, is there a power supply in there? No power supply. Am I gonna get trouble? Am I gonna get problems with a power supply again? Am I gonna have to relive the worst of my computer issues? Where could it be? Is it up there? I like marked somewhere on the map with it, but I don't remember where it is. Worst comes to worst, I could always just look it up, but I feel like the exploration is part of the charm. Am I supposed to be all the way up here? I feel like, or is this the temple I was at before? The temple of, not the temple of gliding, but like the original temple where the game started? Mayhaps. Mayhaps we shall see. Oh. Dun, dun, dun. Oi. We go up. I think I'm supposed to get here eventually. This seems a little... Is this where I started? This is where I started. Oh no, this is the Temple of Gliding. I don't know where I am, man. I'm lost. I got so lost. Oh, I'm lost in the sauce. All right, I have to make my way back to the bike at least. Back to the bike and then what? Hold on, where is my... All right, time to go back to walking. I guess this is like kind of a walking simulator, at least like the way that I'm playing it, simply because I abandoned my bike like a silliest williest. Actually, no, my bike should be pretty close by, I think. I don't know like what the scale of this map is. Can I zoom in? Settings, quest, oh, there is an inventory. Hold on a second. Adding stone compass. Oh, I can read what these things do. Hold on a second. I'm fishing. Fishing? How are we gonna fish though? Wait, we live in a desert. Is there an oasis somewhere? What is this? Red dye. Offered up by chums on the planting. Perfectly smooth and hard as a rock. These eggs seem to float with how light they are. There must be a good place to deliver these. Oh, I guess these are like grubs from Hollow Knight. No? You just deliver them and then you get something, I assume. Where else are we? Can we go up? Can we go down? Can we go side to side? It says I left my bike over here. I don't know where my bike is. All right. Where are we going? I don't remember. They erased my marker, or I accidentally erased my marker. Somehow my marker got erased, and now I have zero idea where to go. Maybe up there? That looks somewhat like somewhere I'm supposed to be, I think. Maybe? This looks like a place to get a ship part. Hold on. We go up? There's a wall. There's a wall. We climb it? Can we climb it? Like, totally? I think we can, like, totally climb this wall and, like, go all the way, like, up? I'm working on my Valley Girl accent. It also needs work. I got a lot of different voices that I gotta work on. Is it, like, totally a part we can, like ship parts? I don't know. But the strange little vocal quirks are numerous and many. Hold on. Can we climb this? I've heard really good things about Death Stranding 2. But I haven't played Death Stranding 1. And I was kind of I don't want to say I was brainwashed, but I've heard it's a walking simulator. I don't get the appeal of a walking simulator. And I've also heard that at the end of Death Stranding 1, there's like a 5-hour cutscene that's literally a movie. Okay, so I fall too much, I get protected. How do I ascend this tower, though? On the map, do I have my village somewhere? I'm going to go back to my village and re-get my marker. I don't know where I'm going. It's probably for the best. Oh. I would assume it's for the best to know where you're going. Sometimes it's okay to not know where you're going. It's like that old Tumblr saying, not all those who wander are lost. Well, I am wandering and I am lost. So I'm not part of that that esteemed group. But I still would like to know where the hell I'm going. Let's go back to the Ibex camp. Travel. There's fast travel? Wait, where's my bike then? Is my bike right next to me? There's fast travel? I don't have to unlock it? Wait, this is the best game in existence. What the hell? I have to go up the tower. I have to go talk to Sylvie again. Sylvie? Sylvia? This is Sivo was her name, yeah? Yeah? Are all the characters in this game women? If so, then that's probably important as well. But I think Hadi might not be a woman. Wait, where is she? Oh, there she is. Okay, she needs to tell me where the things are. I don't remember. I still need to find an atomic power supply. It's back there. I don't know. Somewhere in this general direction. Big tower? I think it's here. Yeah? Did I mark it? Did I not mark it? Hold on. Place marker? Okay, never mind. Where's my map? Compass? Did I mark? Okay, I marked it. It's somewhere over there. Aish. Alright. What I found my bike? Oh, it's behind me. I should have jumped off the other way. Was that a dog? Oh no, that's just a bot. Hike. Ooh, things. I don't know what I'm going to use all this money for. I don't know what money is used for in the first place. I feel like I should be much further in this game. Before I ever play games, I always kind of look up how long they take to play so I can kind of get an idea of like what I'm getting into. I think for this game, it was like 7 hours or something, or 7.5 hours. I'm 2 hours in. I don't think I've even passed the tutorial yet. I think I might be a tad slow. A little slow. But I guess, like, again, This is a marathon, not a sprint. Well, this isn't even a race, man. I'm not even trying to beat it as fast as I can. I'm trying to beat it in the most enjoyable way that I can while dissecting all the little details. So speed doesn't matter. Speed doesn't matter. Size doesn't matter either, but that's a different conversation entirely. Where are we going? We're going up? We're almost there. So, like, this is about where it should be. I was correct the first time. The question is, how do I climb this thing? I guess, like, the 7 hours I have in peak will assist me here. And, like, what else have I done? I've played a decent amount of Genshin Impact. I haven't played since, like, Inazuma released, like, 3.4 or 3.2 or whatever that was. Like, 4 years ago? And there's a decent amount of climbing in that game. I played one of the Foddy likes, the one where you're the guy in the tub and the cauldron and you're using the arms. It's like a difficult game about climbing. I never beat it though. Perhaps Scheißen. Feel a little floaty. Honestly, I know Scheiße is shit in German. I don't know why I add the en. Is Scheißen like shitting? I don't remember how to conjugate things in German. I don't remember anything about the verbiage of the language. Is there a ladder somewhere in there? Is there a puzzle? Or is it just like find the correct angles and utilize them to ascend? There's nothing. What? There's nothing here. Oh, you gotta climb up the adjacent structures. Okay. I see you, game. I see you testing the limits of my brain here. No. If I run out of stamina, there's gotta be upgrades in the form of stamina. There has to be progress in the form of stamina upgrades, no? That seems like a natural thing for it to occur here. You can run longer, climb more. But I guess gliding is also a central feature, but there's no gliding stamina. Up. And we go up? Yeah? There's like stairs? Any collectibles? Yeah? Yes. Very good. Oh. Okay. Just walking this challenge. And you've fallen over and damaged it because you have to control your... Oh, that's why they call it a walking sim. But, like... Is it fun? Or is it like QWOP? I've played QWOP. I never beat QWOP, but I played QWOP. I think my record is like I got 20 meters, or maybe I got to the hurdles in QWOP. Because I know at a certain point, after you get past all the running, there's hurdles. There's like quite literally you have to jump and time everything. Oh. And I'm not sure if I like it. No idea, never tried it. I guess fun is kind of a subjective thing. And there's again also the whole like there is pleasure to be taken in the accomplishment of difficult task and not so much in the doing of them, but in the completion. And so you can endure as difficult a task if you like, if you deem the accomplishment worthy enough. Or whatever that means. I don't know. I'm just spouting shit. Hold on. Hole. This hole was made for me. The atomic power supply. There's also like the 5-hour movie at the end. I don't know if I'm ready for like the 6-hour movie at the end of a video game. I think Kojima should honestly just go and open a film studio. Just go direct Hollywood movies. I'd watch them. I've never actually played any Kojima films. I feel like I should play Metal Gear Rising: Revengeance because there's some themes there about like nanomachines and memes and whatever else that are culturally relevant today. Plus like the Senator Armstrong memes and the standing here I realized you were just like me trying to make history. And all those other like memes are the power of the internet or something. Memes are the DNA of the soul or something like that. It's also a relatively short game, so it's not like super heavy time investment or super heavy like stream investment, you know? I got the thing. I go back to the Ibex camp. Oh, wait, I can just fast travel. I can fast travel. Travel, yes. But I've actually never played like a Solid Snake game. I know there are a lot of VTubers out there who are like big fans of them. I think like, who was it? Made Mint was one. He's a big Metal Gear Solid fan, and like there's others as well. And they all love it for whatever reason. But I've never tried it. I know there's one where it's like, there's a game inside of a game, and they're trading them, and it's like the Patriots, and there's a secret government conspiracies, and there's, you have to get the Metal Gears, and there's a weapon to surpass the Metal Gear. And then I've also heard that there's like a conversational trick that you can use. It's like the solid snake technique, where someone will say something to you and you just repeat it back to them in an inquisitive tone, so they could say like, so that's what I need you to do. Is that what you need me to do? So in other words, this is the entire gist of what we're going to prepare in this section of the game and development of such processes. The development of these processes. I haven't tried it yet. I'm going to try to incorporate it into my vernacular. Try to use the solid snake method of socialization in order to bolster my social credits, to make myself seem more socially functional. Someone's talking to me. I guess it wouldn't work in like a setting where I'm asking a waitress or something, ordering foods like, what would you like to eat today, sir? Today, sir. I return to Saizo with the parts, and it actually weighs me over that I feel a pang of sadness in my chest. When will I see her again once I'm gone? But you can choose to return, right? It's not like a travel to a strange dimension. I guess it's the whole idea of like independence and leaving the nest for the first time. This is like a metaphor for like graduating, like transition. I don't want to say graduating college, so not everyone, or graduating high school, because not everyone graduates high school. I guess it's more just a metaphor for like a major transitional point in your life that marks some amount of a maturity, which could be some type of graduation or something else. I don't know. That seems like an apt analogy. I have boogers in my nose, which is where they should be, or where they should primarily be. It would be really strange to have boogers in my eyes instead, or like boogers in my ass, I guess. But I don't want them there. Great. Are you ready? Or is it going? I'm ready. Is there going to be a bike assembly minigame? Bike assembly. Bike assembly. Saizo relaxes in the workshop. It isn't that he's particularly rigid or anxious ordinarily, but there's a certain calm beauty that one only truly appreciates when Saizo is in her element. I wonder if this is the way for all machinists. Wasn't Driss also a machinist? So there's two machinists? There's not like set... I have to go grab my fan closer. It's getting sweaty. I'm getting real sweaty. Once again, I'm using my wireless headphones with the wire because they're running out of battery. I don't want to... You know what? I complain a lot because complaining is fun. It's stress relieving. But this headset does have good battery life. Hello, Roy. Hello. You did it. You got first place. Did you win anything cool? I wonder if it's this way for all machinists. What you must understand, Sable, is that the compounds you acquired, they fit together not by chance, not by effort, but by nature. They belong to her. They have always belonged to her. I read that stuff with my mouth, but I don't really understand it. All we are doing is assembling her from what she already has been. You won some white flare packs. Did you win? Did you win the big money prizes? Did you pull the big money cards? I nod and feel a soft buzzing in my ear. Among my clan, we believe that machines have names held for ages like deep secrets unheard by those unequipped to listen. We'll find this one's name together. My hit is a special... Ooh, you got the Gothitelle. It's the Goth Pokemon. Besides, like... I guess Gardevoir is kind of a Goth Pokemon as well. Jinx can maybe be a Goth Pokemon. I can see it. Hold on. Espeon? Espeon is Espeon Goth? Nah, Espeon gives off, like... Crystal magic Pokemon vibes. You bought something. What did you buy? You buy an $80 Pokemon card? We'll find this one's name together. We're finding the names of the machine. We're building... This is the building mini game. How do I build things? How do I build things? Build? Put this somewhere? Do I put it here? I don't know where to put this. Okay, that's the front. Was it a good thing or a bad thing? I don't know why you would buy bad things, but like... Have I ever bought anything bad before? There was one time I went to Chipotle to get a meal, and I asked for double steak in my bowl, in my burrito bowl, and they gave me no steak. I cried that day. You have sinned and gotten to a different kind of addiction. Methamphetamine? What did you buy? Did you buy a Sephiroth thing? Look at Discord. Hold on. Let me alt tab here. The starter kit. The starter kit. Sephiroth's Planet's Heir and Planet's Champion Cloud. Who are you gonna play with? Are you gonna play with the cat? Are you gonna teach your cat how to play Magic? When I was young and playing Yu-Gi-Oh with the cards that my parents would buy for me, I would make my little sister play Yu-Gi-Oh with me. She would be like 3 or 5 at the time. She could read, but I don't think she understood how to play. I'd play with the cards and I would like kick her ass in Yu-Gi-Oh. So like, if I could teach my little sister how to play Yu-Gi-Oh, I think you can teach your cat how to play Magic. Magic's a fun game. This is how they get you. They introduce you with a product that like a collab product that you want. And then suddenly like, wait a minute, this game's really fun. There's a lot of interaction. It's very complicated. There's a lot of different things you can do. And that's how they get you. They got you in they got you in their clenches now. Looked at me with a great disgusted face and said, are you buying Magic? I don't want to. The only reason the Pokemon TCG exists in the first place is because of Magic the Gathering. Every TCG player owes Richard Garfield, PhD, a debt of gratitude. So probably going to find someone else to play with. Oh, I put it down. Oops. If you play a TCG, you're not allowed to look down on Magic. If you play any type of trading card game, any TCG, you have when you see Richard Garfield, you must bow full Dogeza and kiss his feet. Richard Garfield is the reason the TCGs exist in real life. Well, if I could travel like 6,000 miles instantaneously, I would play Magic with you. I haven't played in like several thousand years. But I'll play. I still remember the rules, and there's like a lot of different timings, and there's some complexities. But I'd imagine for a starter deck, there isn't all that stuff. Wait, isn't this not supposed to go here? Where does this go? Oh, over here. Okay. The gliding wing spike. Hold on a second. Oh, do I press the button? Go tell your Pokemon friends who are looking at you at disgust for playing with Magic cards that they're not allowed to do that. They'll tell them that a streamer on the internet told them that they think worse of them now because they look down their nose at such a holy game. Ooh, it's got wings like a plane. Tell them. That'll change their mind. Let them know. Not just any streamer, a VTuber on the internet looks down on them for speaking ill of Magic. Magic is the League of... No, it's not. Magic is not the League of Legends of TCGs. Firstly, League of Legends is more like the Pokemon of TCGs. It's a little bit of a simplified version. It's Yu-Gi-Oh! Actually. It's probably... Yu-Gi-Oh! Is the League of Legends of TCGs? Okay, maybe. That's a little more apt. Yeah, I can kind of see the comparison. Magic is the Pong of TCGs. It's the first one. It's the originator. It's the reason that we have all these other TCGs today. You're talking about the community? No, you see, that's wrong because there's actually like attractive women who play League of Legends, whereas no women play League of Legends. No women play Magic the Gathering. So you're kind of wrong about that one. I'm sorry, Roy. E-girls play League of Legends. I don't think e-girls play Magic. They're not cool enough to. I'm kidding. So sexist. You've seen the gender breakdown at local card shops. You know it's true. Actually, now online there's a lot more minority representation in Magic the Gathering as opposed to at like the local LGS level. Who would beat your ass on Yu-Gi-Oh? They probably could. I know who, Nova, Alchemy, the Labyrinth player, maybe. I don't like playing Labyrinth. I don't like playing versus Labyrinth. There was a girl. There's 2 girls in the tournament. Did you pair? You finally found the fourth member, the chosen one. The chosen one. The chosen one. Then after you make your Pokemon League, you can start getting them to play Magic with you, and you can have a Magic League too. It could just be the four of you. It could be an exclusive club. Besides, you'll tilt your head a moment, and then you can goon over Sephiroth, even though you've never played Final Fantasy VII. Simoon. Is that the name of the bike? All at once, I knew the hoverbike's name. Simoon. Simoon. I say it in a whisper to let Cizo know. Simoon. Simoon. Is it Simon? Simoon? Like in Gurren Lagann, or Simoon? Simoon? You don't need to have Blade to know he's hot? Are we gooning over Sephiroth? We're always gooning over Sephiroth, bro. I mean, like, can you really fully goon to someone if you're only gooning through their physicality? I'm call me a bit of a romantic, but like, I believe to fully goon to something, you really need to goon to them emotionally as well, you know? Like, can you really say that you love Sephiroth and want to goon to him if you don't want to goon to him at an emotional level, you know? Do you really want to get to know Sephiroth on an emotional level though? He got mommy issues, no? Simoon, what sort of name is that? What does she want to go with? What about Shimoon mean? I asked Susan what sort of name it is and if it speaks to any particular clan or culture. If it does, then I do not know it. Perhaps you'll find out on your journey. I like my man like that, okay. You like your man with a big sword, mommy issues, and is shirtless a lot in Smash. Gotcha. Have you looked at him? I've done more than just look at him, bro. Wait, that sounds a little bit strange. I've already said a few out of context things. I've studied Sephiroth. I've studied his washboard abs, his gorgeous flowing hair, his big, thick, long sword that he stabs people with. And I've also seen the scene where he kills a lot of people. He does that a lot. He is kind of a murderer, a mass murderer even. I don't know. Personally, I'm not like the biggest follower of the law. I'm not the biggest fan of law, but I think mass murder is a bad thing, actually. This might be a hot take, but that's just me. To each their own, I suppose. If it does, then I do not know it. I guess, does he want to kill all life? He does want to kill all life. Yeah, he does. Perhaps you will find out on your journey. Sizer shrugs most of your time. Or perhaps you won't, but I hardly think it matters. You are bonded all the same. We're bonded. I tell Simoon, I am eager to know her better. He had good reasons. He had good reasons? Do you even know what his reasons were, Roy? For killing all those people? Like all of them? Like a lot of them? You know, he kind of just like stabbed Aerith because like he wanted to. No? He was following his mother's dreams. That doesn't make it better. If anything, that makes it worse. No, he's part of like a family of murderers. Huh? I tell Simon and I am eager to know her. You are ready then for the gliding. May all the gods turn their face from you, Sable. An odd blessing, perhaps. Saizo is prone to such things, and I can read in her tone that it was meant quite sweetly. You must learn to listen to Simoon, to care for her. Seek out my fellow mechanists on your travels, Sable. They will teach you the art of machine whispering. Or machine whisper. What is it actually just like he just has mommy issues? It can't just be that he has mommy issues. Sephiroth's motivations. This is from a Reddit post from 10 years ago, so of course it's accurate because I don't even know if the remakes are canon. I am constantly editing the OP to reflect my current standpoint. There is one question that remained with me after I recently beat Final Fantasy VII, and it left me wondering whether Sephiroth is even a proper villain to begin with. In FF7, what is Sephiroth's motivation for wanting to become God and to rule the planet? By merging with all the energy of the planet, I will become a new life form, a new existence, melding with the planet. I will cease to exist as I am now, only to be reborn as God. Case 1, Sephiroth, there's too many words. To rule is metaphorical. I think he's just really mad at the world for the way he was treated. He wanted revenge on Shinra and the world as a whole, and it just so happened that he had the capabilities to get revenge. He was the most powerful person on the planet. Obviously, wanted to be more powerful. He's just going for revenge. He's not even following his mom's dream. He's just like kind of horny for murder. Stop being so judgy. I'm not judging him. I'm judging his motivations, which I guess are a reflection of him. But like, he even saved Tifa and shit. Okay, he's redeemed in my eyes. I never played. I should play Final Fantasy VII. I speak to Jadi about the final gliding ceremony. Oh, where's my bike? Can I take it with me? Where's my bike? All right. Oh, we're already in the Ibex camp. Okay. He even saves Tifa and shit. Wait, does he save Tifa? Does he? Wait, did he save Tifa? That actually happens in Reaper. Oh, that's not even canon. That's not canon to the original Final Fantasy VII. That's not canon to the greatest RPG of all time. One of the greatest video games of all time. The different temporal line. Kurva. It's not canon. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Canon Sephiroth would kill Tifa. Canon Sephiroth would kill everyone, actually, which is what he tried to do. Wait, who am I talking to? Hadi. Where's Hadi? Hadi. Jadi. Sable, that cartographer landed his balloon while you were away. You should go speak to him, see if you can get a map. Here's some money. Ooh, a little bit of money. It's good to know the value of money, but you never want to be ruled by it. I think Jadi effusively and head out on my way. Everyone but Cloud. Why does he not want to kill Cloud? Does he want to fuck him? Is this like enemies to lovers, doomed Yaoi, Cloud, Aderoth? Sephic Cloud? What's the pairing name? What would he do without his enemy Spooky? I mean, what would Sephiroth do if Cloud didn't exist? I guess he would accomplish his goals and like kill everyone. There'd be less Yaoi pairings. I guess you could pair Sephiroth with Barret. Hold on a second. Is that a thing? It almost certainly is, but is it like a popular pairing? Let me look. I don't know exactly where I would look to gauge the popularity of like a Yaoi pairing. I'm not really super invested in the Yaoi fandom. Is it a fandom in the Yaoi culture? Sephiroth. Oh, hold on. Allow. But yeah, the cinematics on the game are super homoerotic. You know, if you think about it, having like a really close male rival is almost the same thing as having a boyfriend. No? Am I wrong? Having, at some point, like, if you have a rival for long enough, you guys, there's that meme on Twitter. If you have a rival for more than 5 years, you're just dating. Sephiroth, Barret, Yaoi. Final Fantasy VII Yaoi by Verga, Sephiroth's F. Vincent Valentine. Vincent Valentine. Is there any Sephiroth Barret? Turn safe search off. Here's just this isn't explicit. This is just Cloud hugging like a Sephiroth Dakimakura. That's not explicit. None of this is explicit. There's no Sephiroth Barret is a pairing that has not been explored. Sasuke Naruto? Yeah, actually. Sasuke Naruto, Sephiroth, Cloud, Ash and Gary? Maybe? Who else are their rivals of? Who other famous rivals are there? Caesar, Brutus, and Cassius? Wait. Brutus? Yeah, Caesar, Brutus, and Cassius. Kind of homoerotic. Stabbing somebody in the back? Backshots? Backshots? Brutus and Cassius backshots on Caesar in the Senate forum? As she looks out across the landscape, Zeki's shoulders sag a little. I wonder what she's thinking about. What are you looking at? Zeki's voice is weakly incredulous. I don't know how she's done it. That's Ilaria over there. I follow her gaze to a little speck in the distance, but I now understand it's her daughter, Ilaria. She's got a daughter? Does she need help? She's fine and I'll get her. She shrugs. Parent. For real. Most accurate description of what it's like to be a parent at any point. I don't know, parenting? I suppose I'll know more about that when I'm older. She's gonna have kids. Hold on. Do I save her? I guess I do. Famous rivals? I mean, I guess Shaq and Kobe weren't rivals because they played on the same team. You know, there's a lot of people getting into like Uma Musume and getting really invested in the horse racing and all of that. And I saw on Twitter, it's like, if you like Uma Musume, you should try getting into real sports. Not, but like not in a derogatory way, but in the sense that when you get into real sports, there's like storylines and characters to root for, and there's like naturally occurring thing, and that's the real appeal, right? Bunch of yaoi fangirls starting to get into NBA basketball, starting to ship like Nikola Jokic and I don't know, LeBron James. That's my OTP. Nikola Jokic and LeBron James is my as a yaoi pairing. I don't know how that would work. No, not Jokic. Jokic is the name. I keep forgetting. Greetings, child. Nadal. No, it was Djokovic is the tennis player. Nadal. I don't remember the rest. I saw you looking longingly at my great balloon. Quite a piece of work, isn't she? Longingly? It's bigger than I thought. She really is. I nod enthused. Is this guy's head a gears? It really is an impressive vessel. However nervous I get, imagine being up there all alone. I wonder if anyone's ever fallen off of one. Hold on. Tom Brady. Sports yaoi pairing. Tom Brady, Pat Mahomes. Sports yaoi pairing. Shohei Ohtani and fuck, what was the other guy? He used to be the pitcher for the Mets. He was really good. Shohei and fuck, what was his name? I don't remember. I think I'm going somewhere with this. I think if you invest heavily into sports yaoi pairings now, that when Fujoshi's get into his whatever sport like 10 years down the line for whatever reason, you're gonna be making some good cultural investments. Good to meet you, Jordan. I assume this is pronounced Jordan. Or it could be Jowarden. Or it could be Joe Erden. Or it could be Bob, if I want to really mispronounce it. I tell him I'm Sable. And like half watching you do something in this one. I'm playing very slowly. I'm pausing every every few seconds to yap. I'm very, very slow. Suppose if you come all this way to see me, it's probably a map you're after. I would love a map. Of course, would that be 50 cuts? I'll buy that map. All right. Oh, okay. They're teaching us how to use the store. I'm learning. I'm not a fast learner. Sometimes I am. Sometimes I'm not. I thank Jordan for the Ewer map and all this vast possible. Okay, we got some lore. What are you gonna recycle that one line? Which one? Short, I knew since I was a boy that Terraria was just for me, but I spent a little extra time out there just to enjoy my line where I'm like, I've said a lot of things. I need to recycle a lot of things. I say so many things and I forget them. Remind me. Is it the one where it's like dating is like card games, that one? Or is it the one where I talked about how global recession would be good for MTG? Dating is like card games? It is. Dating is a game, man. This is not a bad take. People talk about like dating like as an economic thing. Like you hear about incels and red pills and manosphere YouTubers talking about like the sexual marketplace. Is that true? I don't know. I don't care. What dating is it's an imperfect information game. You have some amount of opposite. You have an objective you want to complete, but you don't have all the information. Both parties don't have all the information. And I suppose it's more like dating is kind of like a battle royale now that I think about it. I guess if it's like one-on-one dating where it's like you're curious if they're into you or if you're into them, then it's a card game. It's a duel. It's a sword fight, right? Where you're trying to figure out what's in their hand, what cards are they going to play on their turn, and arrange optimal win conditions from that perspective. But if you're just like a single person and you're just on the apps, you're on Tinder, Hinge, Grindr, Farmers Mingle, then like dating is just a battle royale, you know? Dating is like playing League of Legends. Dating is not like playing League of Legends, because if you date someone, good things can happen to you. If you play League of Legends, you only deserve bad things happening to you, unless you're Faker. He's my boy. Faker's my precious baby boy. He's my Pookie. When I go to Korea in a month, I'm gonna meet up with my friend. We're gonna go visit the hotpot place that Faker always goes to, and then we're going to go meet Faker. I'm gonna kidnap him. They gave me the "you're a cool friend" move. Oh, it's all right. It could have been worse. It could have been much worse. Think about it like this. They could have given you, you're an okay friend, or like, I don't feel that close, you know? Also, if it still torments you down the line, I've come up with lots of hypothetical situations. I've come up with so many thousands of hypothetical situations to help me cope with my failures in the past, right? So there's the one where it's like, if you want to do something but you're scared to because of what will happen after, then it's the asteroid will hit. But now that you've done the thing and you might feel the regret of the consequences, now you can do, well, the past isn't real anyways. Like, you can't prove the past exists. You can't prove that the world wasn't created, or the entire universe for that matter wasn't created like 2 seconds ago, and there's a malicious god putting evil past inside of the past and making you think this embarrassing past exists, right? So that's what I do. Whenever I think of bad things that happened to me in the past, I'm like, the past isn't real. The future, the asteroid might kill me in the future. Right now, I'm living, I'm chilling, I'm thinking about card games and like what I'm gonna eat next. Consider the following friend. I guess it's good to have more friends and less friends, but the problem is, if you have friends, you might end up like Caesar, getting backshots on the set in the public of the Senate. By backshots, I mean like a stab in the back. I know the common vernacular. I'm making a joke. This is not a sexual thing. This is not harassment, I hope. Does this child want to go back? The balloon was more fun than the person. Damn, that's cold, man. Children are mean, dude. You did not get the correct back shots, though. It's all right. You got, like, shot in the back, which is not the same as back shots. That's fine. It's, like, conceptually the same thing, but literally different. It's fine. Technology has advanced so that you don't need another person for back shots anymore. Isn't the future amazing? Where am I supposed to go again? What quest am I doing? I just, like, completely lost track of what I'm doing. The ceremony. I should speak to Jaidi. Don't you love living in the future? You don't need anything. You don't... Technology does so many things. What technology can't do is, like, kill AI. There's only, like, one good use of AI I've ever seen in my life, and it's Spanish Homer Simpson singing a cover of a song with Miku. And it just, like, tugs at my heartstrings, even though it's AI generated. I don't know what it is about it. It's my one exception. It's my one exception to my, like, I want to murder every AI and send robots to hell thing. Hold on. Where am I going? Where's Jadi? She's somewhere around here. It's fine. Technology is good. Sometimes. We can... One day, we'll use technology for good instead of, like, new forms of evil. This is why you should vote for me for Eternal President, by the way. When I, like, launch a military campaign to take over most of the North American continent, you should vote for me for Eternal President of the world. I will use technology for good. I will be a good leader. I'll do the thing that Mr. Beast said that he'd do when he said he was going to run for president. It's like, I will do good things and I will not do bad things. The most generic PR statement imaginable. It would have been more interesting if Mr. Beast announced he was going to run for president on, like, a stance of, like, he wants to conquer other nations and he wants to be a dictator. It wouldn't be good per se, but it would at least be interesting. I return to Jadi with a new lightness, and it makes the weight of my departure feel heavier still. What a strange day. We're still setting out for the ceremony. Sable, is that a badge you got there? Saizo gave it to me. You must have earned it. Well done. I give a bow of thanks. Well, Sable, if you keep this up, you'll be headed for the mask caster in no time. I try to think about going to a mask caster, but it seems impossibly far away. So maybe this ceremony is to, like, determine the type of mask you get? Imagine choosing what I want to be. What I want to be. Oh, forever. Okay. In your notes app on your phone? What's the post? Hit me with it. I know what you're thinking, but don't worry about it. You'll get plenty of badges when you're out there. And once you've got 3 alike, you can trade it in for that mask. But don't feel like your first mask is your final choice. The gliding is about freedom and exploration. I suggest you claim as many masks as you wish. Only at your final ceremony will you be asked to choose. Oh, so we're, like, determining our entire future? We're selecting what job we want to be? Mr. Beast, Mr. Beast. This is just self-cess, no? Oh, Mr. Bean, I misread that. Mr. Beast and Mr. Bean. Mr. Beast and Mr. Bean? Mr. Beast and Mr. Bean? Mr. Beast, how do I feel about that Yaoi pairing? It has a certain vibe to it. Who's the top and who's the bottom here? Who's receiving, who's given? Are they both switches? Personally, I feel like Mr. Beast would be a bottom. At least to Mr. Bean's top. I'm not well versed in the culture of Yaoi, but from the little bit that I know and from the vibes of these two people, it feels morally correct that Mr. Beast would bottom for Mr. Bean. Only at your final start will you be asked to choose one. How will I choose one? You'll have to feel it out, but when you know, you'll know. Now, the toner for now puts this butterflies back in my stomach. With all of this done, there is only one thing left. It's time then, isn't it? Time to walk through the face door at the Temple of Rohana. So I guess the big theme of this game is like the permanence of choice and the fact that the anxiety of having to decide what you want to be forever. But really, is there really a such thing as being one thing forever? Does that really speak to the core of the human condition? It's time then, isn't it time to walk through the face door at the Temple of Rohana? Then you'll assemble your gliding mask and go. There are things I wish to convey to Jadi. Here, depths of love and gratitude and fear and worry and hope, and though I find myself unable to speak any of it in words, I know she understands. Before you leave, child, I made these for you. They are dyed with the traditional Ibex maroon, I hope, to provide you great comfort out in the desert. When you leave today, you will no longer be Sable, clan child of the Ibexi. You will simply become Sable, and the rest will come. But no matter where you are, no matter where your journey takes you, I will always know you, and I will always love you. Oh. But I know where it must begin, and I am ready. Okay. We did it. It took us 2.5 hours. We're almost out of the tutorial. It's fine. It's fine. Tomorrow's the weekend. I thought I was going to have to go to a wine bar of my sister's to celebrate my older sister's birthday. I think that was called off, but if they call me any time before noon tomorrow to like do something, I'm gonna have to deny them. Oh, we go this way. I was a little bit looking forward to going to a wine bar because I think we tried going. No, we were sitting at one last time I was in the city. Was like, how long ago has it been? A few months. A few months. Plus, like, they had some decent food, even if it was overpriced. I had burrata for the first time. It was just really fancy, creamy mozzarella. Mozzarella? Mozzarella. Mozzarella. Do I got any lore on Rohana? Is this going to be like a game where I get to become the new god? It wouldn't be very thematically fitting to become a god, though, I don't think. But it can't be... A couple of ways I guess I see this game ending are like... We get a special mask, like we become God, or we're like, oh, we're the shapeshifter. We can become any role, or we actually do make a choice. Or maybe the choice we make is that we make no choice. That's a loud-ass sound effect. So this is a game about what? Anxiety and transition and transitional points. A game about deciding who you are. A game about living in the desert. So we're assembling a mask. Mr. Bean, Mr. Beast. I guess we can go up here. Ohana? Where do we go? Where do we go? This way? Okay, I fell down the stairs when I shouldn't have. This way. And then we go up. We have to make it to the top, I assume? Some amount of climbing? Climb? Okay. The stamina bar seems really low, but I guess it's a lot higher than or at least a little bit. Oh, there's a ladder there. I am very silly. Is this where I came from? Oh, this is where I came from. Never mind. We ascend. We go up. Is there another ladder? This is where I'm supposed to go. No? Unless I go here instead? What? Down? Is there like a secret passage? I feel like I was supposed to go over there. into the room with the big head. So is this like the actual goddess herself? You must depart for bed, EP. Have a good night. Thanks for stopping by and hanging around. I was gonna say hanging around, hanging out. Thanks for stopping by and thanks for being here. Basically, appreciate it. Have a good night. What time is it? It's like 1:21. I have nothing to do. I can continue playing video game. Oh wait, I think there's like a structure I have to push here. What is this? Oh, cutscene? No, not cutscene. Huh? Can I climb this person? The tower? It feels kind of weird. I feel like I'm some little minion on Gulliver's Travels, you know? Oh, oh. Huh. Oh, am I falling into her blouse? Oh, am I clipping through the thing? Am I supposed to be here? I don't know if I am. Maybe up instead? Stairs? There's an archer there. I assume I have to get there somehow. Maybe I can float? If I ascend enough... Oh, wait. There's like a platform here. Use the platform. Move over to... Use the platform here. Wait. There's a guy here. Oh, press button. Button. Oh, we're putting her face on. Oh, there's like... Okay, I see. There's a lot of different platforms with buttons I have to go on and press. These masked figures do give off kind of or not these masked, these robed figures do give off Chants of Sinar vibes, but that could just be because they're both like desert inspired, or they made cultures in the game that are desert inspired, and I just like can't tell the difference between desert inspired cultures. There's like inspiration from the same place, and that's why they look similar. That's probably the more likely explanation, considering that these aren't even made by the same studio. So this is where I started. And then where's the next one? I have to go to that one, and there's like two others. Stop play your favorite song. Just go ahead, put your head down. How do I get there? Hold on, my brain is working. We're trying to work. We go up and around. We go down that way. Wait. There's stairs there. Okay, I see the path. Oh. Hey, Shiza. Shizen? You still feel like playing Pokemon? You now that you've had the, what's it called? A taste of victory. Your battle lust is insatiable. You have to continue your victory stream. You have to continue your victory. What is it called? Your victory streak. Your win streak. I'm done to play some PTCG whenever I end. A little bit. Like I said, I have nothing to do tomorrow. I have no responsibilities. Mostly. Probably have to do like some laundry or some other stuff. I'm down to play a little bit. A little bit later. Hold on, how do puzzles work? Aye. You have to keep practicing. You have to keep your skills sharp. You have to win the world championship so then you can mention me. And then you can say, yes, I never would have been as good of a player if I was now if it weren't for Ryushi Yoshiro. He's the coolest person ever. He's the most amazing card game player of all time. Everyone should go and give him thousands upon thousands of dollars. Oh wait, it's the figure again. It's this weird monkey thing. I still don't know what this is. Monkey? Moth? God? Devil? Demon? If you get there, sure. You're not going to get there. You have to win the entire thing. It's not just about getting there. You have to go there and you have to win it all. You have to be a dark horse contender. You have to be the underdog. Everyone loves an underdog story. We're gonna manufacture a narrative here. We're gonna market you. You're gonna be like they have professional sports players. They have professional athletes who are sponsored by certain companies. You gotta get sponsored. You gotta get those Dragon Shield sponsorships. You gotta get the what other card merchandise is sponsored. I mean, like Dragon Shield. I guess Ultra Pro does sponsorships as well. And then you got to be the underdog. You have to have a miracle run. Where do I go from there? This is all a vehicle through which I can obtain power. And mentions in media. You want to meet Piper Lapine on the incoming Piper? I don't know who Piper Lapine is. I'm going to look that person up. I'm assuming they're a Pokemon player. I'm assuming. Piper Lapine. Piper Lapine. Piper Lapine. They're a person. They're alive. They have a Twitter. U of T, 2-time regional champion, 1-time cereal shark, Piper for 10% off. Basically a girl who's the goat for Pokemon. Ooh, interesting. If you meet her though, you have to beat her. And then that way you can start your journey of what's it called? Like you can start your journey of professional card game player from there. Maybe I go. You let me copy her deck list. It worked. It worked. No, was it Frostlass Monkey Dory? I don't really know what a non-standard list would look like though. How are you gonna win against the deck she created? This is actually a good question. In many card games, especially in like Magic the Gathering and Yu-Gi-Oh, oftentimes what happens is that there are two types of players or who do a lot of thinking about the game. There are people who make the decks and there are people who pilot the decks, the players. And oftentimes the people who create the decks are very inventive with the strategy and like the ratios and the what to go for, what's best. But they're not always the best pilots. They don't always navigate it well. They only come to Mexico to farm points. Brother, that's a lot of money. That's a decent amount of money to farm points and a bunch of annoyances to getting through like all the masks. Going through all the border and TSA stuff. That way, you have to bring up the strength of the region. You have to go beat their ass, no? Train and bring pride to your country. Destroy them. Underdog story begins. I mean, it's not that expensive to come to Mexico and they make revenue from winning anyway. It's not expensive, but I'd imagine like at least from like a board is their ticket to World Championship. Maybe. That seems too inconvenient to me. I can never be a professional card game player. Not because, or I would never do that if I were to become a professional card game player. Not because I'm not good enough, but because it's too inconvenient to fly to Mexico to farm points for regionals. How would I even... I haven't actually been out of country. When was the last time I was out of country, actually? The last time I flew out of country was 7 years ago. So my knowledge of how inconvenient TSA and borders and other stuff are not that extensive or not that current. Also, I'd imagine with like the current political administration in the United States, I feel like they're going to make it more difficult for the whole inter-country travel, you know? Hold on, where am I going? The gliding. I should collect more masks as part of my gliding. Can I collect these people's masks? Can I take them? I can't, okay. Maybe I can go up? I guess when they say collect more masks as part of the gliding, they mean like go out and experience more people. Go out and do whatever. Experience the world. Oh, I have a detailed map now. I never checked it. Oh, wait, I can I can fast travel. I forgot. Wait, I'm smart. Wait, map. Not map. Quest. I did the ceremony, return to camp, and I have to do the gliding. I'm at camp, yes? Is there a mask changing ceremony? A capsule? What's this capsule for? No, I haven't seen it too much. We haven't seen too much technology here. It's a post box. Is it important that none of these people have faces? Is this like something about how they've given up their own personal identity to instead inhabit like a societal identity that's about their purpose in life or something? Hello, Sable. Daddy's voice echoes strangely through the machine, yet still it warms me. Well, Sable, this is it. By the time you hear this, we will have gone. The gliding is a journey that must begin. So they just moved the entire village? There is a certain nuance lost in translation, and for that I am grateful. It would be far too much to hear the cracks in her voice and not run weepily into her arms to stay forever. But I am ready, and so I close my eyes and listen. But though you go by yourself, you are not without friends. You are not without family. You are not without love. These things you will always carry with you as you do your mask. And I know I'm not supposed to do this, but if I were you, I might go and see Utari. They're the machinist at Burnt Oak Station and among Saizo's closest friend. Utari is a good contact to have on one's gliding and a fine way to get another machinist badge, if you're so inclined. Only a suggestion though. As for us, I'll send another message once we've returned to the Ewer. So it's like a continent, an area of the continent, an area of a country called the Ewer. So keep an eye on the post boxes and try not to forget us. She takes a long breath. I forget that things as easy as breathing could ever exist. The world is waiting, Sable. Good luck. Alright. It's empty now, in contrast to all the... I guess there were signs of life before, but they weren't as much. And now off we go to forge our own journey. Oop. Call out. We can call out. What does that do? What does that do? Does that save? Is that the save button? Oh, we can call our plane to us. Oh, we have a bike. Oh, this feels so much more fluid. Of course it does, because it's made for us. It's Sea Moon. This bike was made for me. Where do I go? I decided to go to the next machinist. Leave the canyon. Aye. Oh, leave the canyon. Big cutscene. Don't know who these... Oh, what are those guys? That seems important. Wait, that seems significant. Hold on, I'm tired of digging the music. Hold on a second, kind of groovy. Got that kind of little light, airy feel. they've lost their individual features or something. What is this, birdseed? I greet the cartographer shyly, a little cowed by how alone we are up here and how intimate that sometimes feels despite it being so much a part of my gliding. She responds with what sounds like a warm smile. Hello there, glider. Thanks for taking the time to climb all the way up here. Every character we've met has also been female. Has something happened to the Ben? Do we become a man at the end? Is this an allegory for like the trans experience? Surveying gets a little lonely sometimes, you know? I tell her I do, given how lonely I can get on the sand sometimes. I hope Seamoon doesn't hear. Our bike is named. That's our bike. We didn't give our bike ears, I think. I buy a map. Of course. Oh, he's got 2 things. Let's buy. What a journey to get to them, but the views are incredible and they're always worth speaking. Let's get the map. We'll get the badge. I'm assuming we get we get money by just doing puzzles and finding it around. Goodbye. That's it? What's it worth a look nearby? She chuckles to us. Of course, you don't think I'm standing up here for nothing, do you? Have you been up to the Great Wind Tower yet? To get up there and you can see for ages. And Burnt Oak Station is close by as well. You'll never guess why it's called that. I think about it, but she goes on before I can shout my prediction. And if you're a fan of insects, there's a gigantic Hercules beetle next. You know, rumor has it can lift 100 times their body weight. Can I help you, glider? What other regions are nearby? Glad you asked. Head south if you wish to see the white sand of the wash. West, you'll see Red Sea and its myriad secrets. And to the east are the salt plains of the waste. Can I help you, glider? Thanks. No problem, glider. Where is Burnt Oak? Can I enter this person's home? No. I'd imagine Burnt Oak is this thing over here where there's like a big tree and some amount of fire. That seems to be where Burnt Oak is. With my bike. Oh, we're falling. We align ourselves this way. Ow, ow, ow. Ooh. Maybe I should speak to Atari, the machinist at Burnt Oak Station. I mean, I assume because he said you'll never guess why was like a sarcastic tone. So we can guess why, and it's because it's near a big oak that's burning or is burnt down already. Oh, there's stuff here as well. Where's the puzzles? I kind of want to solve a puzzle before I do anything. You know, oh, my glider. I kind of just threw it into the air. Hold on. Who's here? There's a guy. Is this a machinist? Or is he a farmer? Oh. It is a challenge not to view scrappers through quite a romantic lens. And I looked toward my gliding as a child. I pictured myself as a dust-covered traveler exploring strange forbidden places and finding strange forgotten things. A treasure hunter of old and arcane objects. And though I'm certain the grind of sifting through sand and dirt for useful tools and things left over can wear anyone down, I cannot help but weave some thread of my fantasy into the reality of my work. Greetings, glider. Name's Alton. I give a bow and introduce myself as Sable. You find much scrap metal out there, Sable? It's been known to happen. I haven't found any. I'm lying through my teeth. Alton leans back and looks up at the ceiling thoughtfully. We got a task for you then if you're up for it. The hesitation in my voice is a product of a gentle intimidation, but I stand up straight and casual enough to seem like I'm up for anything. Alton seems to believe it enough. It's lots of it, while doing basically nothing. He needs scrap. Gliding's odd. Wonder if anyone's better gliding just lying around. I don't think that counts. But at the same time, when people do go out, use the time to simply be with themselves in a safe and reflective space. Would it matter as much what mask we chose if we found our purpose deep within? Oh no, should I be doing that? Alton clears his throat and I'm grateful to be shaken free. Anyhow, the task, let's see if you can understand this one. Tell them I'm ready. Go out, fight. I guess this is a puzzle. The puzzle being, where the hell do I find scrap? What sort of scrap? All of it. Sure. Alright then. I guess we can just get him scrap. We're still trying to get to the Burnt Oak Station, which is pretty much here, no? It's just going to be a bit of an arrangement of climbing. A bit of a question of how much I can climb more than anything else, really. Yeah? Oh. Oh. Oh, there's a random person there as well. Person? Person? What the? Why won't they talk to me? Why are they turning away from me? This is like earlier when I was trying to hit the child with my bike. And I hit this person with my bike. Oh my god, they're made of metal. Alright, so here we are at Burnt Oak Station. And we have a machinist. Oh, we got more different tools. Can we hijack them? The narrow stalk fig. The first thing I would ask for when we pass traveling merchants with the Abexi. So we got our favorite fruit. Is it figs that require the wasp to reproduce, or is that a date? I'm pretty sure it's a fig. Figs require like a wasp to die inside of it to reproduce, apparently. Or to germinate. It was something like that. The machinist looks me over. You're late. I've never met you in my life. What? You would have met me sooner were it not for your delay. But I forgive you. Any friend of Caesar's is instantly beloved and I take no offense. Why is she giving me the old you're late treatment? Perplexed, I wait for them to explain themselves, but they seem to wait for the same. Briefly, I feel a hint of shame as I remember times I have been late among the Abexi doing things I have slipped up in doing. But I dismiss my doubts, so as I recall that I have no idea who this strange machinist is, I ask them. My name is Utari. Of immediate relevance to you is that I am a friend of Ciso. But then perhaps a comforting thought. Look out for me. Oh, we can go fishing. No, with your hoverbike. I heard it for the first time months ago and felt the shape of her. We just assembled the bike like today. They heard for Ciso. It was not Simone they heard. For Ciso, I only... Do like machines have souls in this game? The voices of our machines are eternal, more ancient. I guess they are. There's like some type of mysticism regarding this culture of nomadic desert people, where they believe or machines do seem to have a voice. I guess because it is a game, it could be in the lore as well. Now let us speak of why you have come here. Our needs converge atop the wind tower. Tell me more. Something has stopped the tower from working. I was hours away from getting to see it all for myself, but you and Simoon came after all. Go there, mend what is broken, and soothe what is hurt, and I will give you what you seek. A direction. I'll be waiting for you. Travel swiftly and safely. I say goodbye to Utari. Can we customize the bike? Customize bike. I can go... Oh! I can make it red? I can make it more red? We can change the color. Ooh, hold on a second. Ooh. Ooh, all right. Can I talk to other people in this camp? Probably, yeah. It seems there's a goat. It's me, it's the goat. Oh. Shepherd Leah, well met, Glider. What? We had goats in my clan. It was me. I was that. Ah, so you're familiar with their temperament. I suppose you were Ibexi. Say hello to Omar and Jadi for me. Well met, Glider. But like, if she knows I'm gliding, then she knows that like I can't see my clan, right? What's up with the statue? Owana. She was a goat herder of many creatures. They say she came from the whale and herded the... So I guess every tribe has like their own regional deities as well. What's in the glass vial? Ooh. The color palette for a hover bike. Well met, Glider. See you around. Alright, so we do get things from talking to people. Note to self, social interaction gets you things. Oh wait, postbox. Unread messages 0. How do I save actually? They taught me a lot of things. I don't think they taught me how to save in this game. It could just be, oh, I can change my clothes. The child's mask. I'm no longer a child though. A blank mask worn by all children of the dunes. Most kids customize theirs for fun, but more traditional clans frown on that sort of self-expression. The Abexi mask. That's who I am now. I'm an Abexi. I guess like a glider. A mask worn by those in the sand sea made of bone. The ones particular to the Abexi are made from the skull of a mountain goat. The Abexi glider top and the glider trousers. They're a bit baggier. I guess they like insulate you more. I know that like people wear layers of clothing in hot environments to like keep the sun from destroying them. But they're like, how breathable are those fabrics really? It seems uncomfortable to me at least. I guess if I were to grow up there, I would get used to it, but still. Or if I lived there for a long enough time. Glider, welcome. Come view my wares. Tell me about this camp. It's a beetle tent. Not sure what... There's plenty of characters passing through here. They're all... Don't be shy. There's also the scrappers yard just below. They're lazy. There's a lazy scrapper down there who makes finding scrap worth your time. Okay. So I guess I can like fast travel here now, I hope. Or can I get the merchant's badge? Merchants aren't liable to just give out badges freely. Your best bet there is to head to Akria. There's a big market in town there. Worth trying to Iria's attention. Wait. There's a big market in town there. Worth trying to Iria's attention if you want to get yourself... Okay, he's just... The way that he speaks is a little strange. He's not the friendliest customer. See you soon. I would like to trade. What does he have? He has a beetle bike booster. Oh, so I can make my bike faster. And constantly in motion as if it's looking for something. Okay. I can upgrade my bike, I guess. If and curl up tight. Never stopping and constantly in motion. So smart clothes are best to avoid use near. Okay. So I can upgrade my bike to make it better. But there's going to be some trade-offs. Person. Oh, what the hell? This is the fanciest person I've seen so far. The guard before me stands tall, her posture shaped by duty. Uniform weathered by years. Where have all the men gone? Hello there, young glider. Is this like my patriarchal mindset that just has an instant default to men that it's curious to me when the majority are women? I guess that's a valid point to make, that in a lot of video games there's a lot of men. But when I'm presented with them, I don't ask the same questions. Like, where are all the women? Who knows? I'm nearly startled by the force of her greeting, but her voice is warm somehow, warm and welcoming. I greet her with the accidental enthusiasm of a traveler finding a friend. She smiles behind the mask, I think. Always nice to meet a fellow adventurer, especially now. How are you faring so far? I've never felt more free. The world is big, and I feel very small. Same. You say that like it's a bad thing. Isn't it a wonder, the size of it all? That you can spend your whole life wandering and still find more to see? I guess that is a part of the beauty. If you could see everything all the time, then is there anything really that special about it? As opposed to you only have so much time to do things? So where you choose to spend your time and what you choose to see is more important? Isn't this like the idea of the impermanence of life being a beautiful thing? I think about the ball of fabric and smoothed out rock that will make my next pillow and many to come. My neck aches faintly at the thought of how many nights I'll spend this way. It's possible romanticizing it a little bit, probably. I'm getting ready to leave on my second gliding. So the gliding is like a coming of age ceremony. It's not like but where you go out and venture. So it's kind of like Amish Rumspringa. She reads did no one tell me of the second glide? But it's how I'm thinking. As a chance to see the world again and how it's changed. See, or I was as of 3. Oh, it's an old person. That officially retired. You should have seen the way the others looked at me. All of them were so baffled to see me go, telling me how much I'd missed. So I guess like your job is the mask you choose permanently, but you can retire, and maybe like once you get set in your ways, you start to think differently about change. Like, what would I do now that my life's purpose is complete? Can you imagine? Review my purposes start, let alone I shake my head. I said thank you for all the strange condolences, but tomorrow marks the first time in decades that I'll wake up in the morning and have absolutely no idea what lies ahead, and I've never been more excited. Don't get me wrong, I've loved my work. I even loved the noise and the trouble of Akria. But I spent enough time of my life standing around looking hard. It's time to explore. Her glee is infectious. Where's she going? The battle. I think I want to see the Bridge of the Betrayed. If you haven't already, you should definitely go and see it yourself. You want the northern Badlands southwest of here. Maybe I'll see you up there. So we got like, okay, we got a new quest. We'll meet up with her at the Badlands. Oh, there's another person here. What the heck? Is that a beetle dude? I meet Ifa, the innkeeper of the camp. What can I do for you? You need any tasks that need doing? I'll do a little work for money. Larval husk. I repeat the words back to her as a clarification. She nods. I need some larval husk. How much do you know about beetles? What is a beetle really? Really, when it comes down to what is a beetle? Bit of a philosopher? I mean, it's a genuine question for someone who knows nothing about beetles. I don't know how to answer that. The dry cells are growing. Okay. Anything else I can help you with? Say goodbye. All right. We've got a few quests going. We got ourselves a bit of a stew going. No unread messages still. I suppose we could go to the wind tower. I could buy something. I could buy a part. I'm gonna buy... What am I gonna buy here? Oh, jump. Why is Tiny making a crossbreed a rabbit and a butterfly? Red, they're telling you something. The devs of the game have specifically been watching you. They know you. They're telling you what needs to be done. They're telling you what you need to do. Your duty, your obligation, your future. What do you mean they're making you breed a rabbit and a butterfly? How did that come about? You can't breed a rabbit and a butterfly. What is that supposed to mean? You're supposed to look within yourself to find the answer, Red. All I have are more questions. It is you who contains the answers. Frantic energy runs through the mandible like, I think this one. She can't help you. She also has, I am assuming she doesn't know. You have to breed the butterfly now. Now, biologically, not my eggs. I'm not a butterfly, bro. Also, how do butterflies... There probably is some amount of fertilization. Then there's like the cocoon, the larval stage, the cocoon stage, and the metamorphosis. I'm pretty sure. I don't want you to lay my... I do not want to lay my eggs. My eggs are inside of me. I eat those. I make omelets with eggs. I also don't have eggs, I think. Where's the Machinist go? Is he sleeping? He's not allowed to sleep. The fuck is this? What I want you to do is go out there and find your butterfly and breed them. Crossbreeding them makes them sugar gliders. That's not how sugar gliders are made IRL. That's normally sugar gliders are made by other sugar gliders. No. Max speed and acceleration. I wasted 75 gold. Aye. It has a little better acceleration, but I want more max speed. What should I follow for now? I guess I can follow... I'll follow... Where is it? Treasure Scrappers? This one. You have to go find your butterfly. It's a metaphorical butterfly. Isn't there like a... There are also fairies in the game. Isn't this a zoo simulator game? Is it ethical to keep fairies? Aren't they sentient beings? Aren't they beings with like thoughts and feelings and emotions just like you and me? Like, that doesn't seem ethical. Red, I don't think you're running a very ethical zoo. This is like when they used to keep people in zoos because they were like minorities and they had fucked up views of what a person was back then. You know? Girl, what? Girl, like, you're running an unethical zoo. If I'm going to a zoo, I want to make sure the animals are treated correctly. The planet is a zoo? That doesn't make it better. You can't justify keeping a sentient being in captivity by just saying, well, everything here is a zoo. You have to go and break the shackles of oppression, bro. What the heck? You can't just say the planet is a zoo and just keep living things there against their will when they should be living and living their best life. You have to go and break out. You got distracted for a moment? No problem. Red is talking about breeding. He's crossbreeding. There's analogies, and you're trying to lay eggs on Red. No. I don't have any eggs to lay on Red. Go. Hold on. Oh. Yes, go tend to your son. Make sure he's okay. I don't think Red's okay. He's kind of running a really unethical zoo. The zoo keeps like sentient creatures in captivity. It's kind of like if I took a bunch of people and put them in a zoo. It's kind of fucked up. Just a oh, my bike. Goodbye, Simone. Have you ever? You've been like okay, I think. Sometimes, no? Oh. I think I climb up this tower. This looks like a puzzle. I'm going to solve it. Oh wait, there's something here. The chum egg. I have to remove something. Yeah, Roy's your mother now. You have to show some... You have to, I don't know. What are people supposed to do for their mothers? I guess buy her a Mother's Day present in a year. Oh. Where's my bike? Come to me, Simone. Simone, Aki. What is the Harry Potter spell? Thunderbolt Akio? Akio? I can't believe they're remaking the Harry Potter as like a television series. Mainly because like J.R. Tolkien's kind of crazy now, and secondly because like, are they really gonna outdo the movies? The movies are perfectly fine, no? Maybe there's the one scene in the movie that everyone memed was like, Harry Potter, did you put your goblet in fire? Dumbledore asked calmly. That's really the only like memeable. I mean, there's probably other memeable moments. I just can't think of them. But it just feels way too soon to be remaking things that didn't like finish 10 years ago. No, the nostalgia's not there yet. Plus, J.K. Rowling is sabotaging her reputation by like being a dickhead on the internet. You gotta wait like 30 years at least before you start remaking things. 10 years is too short of a time frame. This is the cannibalization of pop culture, man. I saw someone say that once, and now I'm gonna say it to sound sophisticated. Gotta stop remaking the remakes. Get some new ideas. Oh, where's the wind? Oh, is that the wind tower? I suppose it is. I suppose it is. Holy shit. It is. You're gonna commission her more. Why is it 2 a.m. and I'm like kind of hungry? My friend was talking about how he ordered some wings at like 12 a.m. last night. He got like Popeye's wings, and now I'm kind of craving them a little bit. Aye. Oh no. Why? I turn this way? Can I strafe? Yes, I can. Okay. Oh. Oh, this way. Then I think how I go up, right? This is a big ass tower. You need to prepare stuff for affiliate. You need to prepare stuff for affiliate. How close are you? How close are you to affiliate? You got like one more stream of 4 CCV? 2 more streams of 4 CCV? 3 more streams of 4 CCV? Sadly, it reset. Okay, so it's 4 more, right? Something like that? 4 or 5 or 3? 4 is such an odd number. Well, 4 is technically an even number for your number. Well, your viewership is going up. Your viewership is going up lately. You're getting views. 3 more. 3 more. Ooh, congratulations. You're almost there. All of these people that I've inspired to become VTubers, they're all reaching milestones before me. I'm like a proud parent watching everyone, you know? Like a proud parent watching their children exceed their wildest dreams. Oh. I missed the jump. I missed the jump. You already have a game ready for affiliate? What game are you gonna play? Is it your turn to play a game that you're not ready? What do you mean you're not ready? It's just a small step. You're gonna make a Twitter and start posting on Twitter? I have a Twitter. I'm starting to post on it a little more often. I'm starting to put in like funny things, funny thoughts I have throughout the day. Starting to get used to being like an internet personality. I recently purged all of my followers of bots, so I have like 9 followers, and I'm still liking the Gooner art so that I can keep my timeline politics free. It's a game a lot of people request you to play. What is it? You know what game you should play? You can find L19. You're gonna keep me in suspense? Okay, I'm gonna take a guess. I think the game you're going to play is Elder Scrolls Morrowind. Yep, that seems like a game you would play. I think the game you're gonna play is it's one of the Elder Scrolls game. You know, Skyrim, Oblivion. I think they used to have a TCG, or no, they used to have like a card game, an Elder Scrolls card game. I think there's an Elder Scrolls Online as well. There's also, I don't know the first 2 games actually. Damn you old. They recently, what do you mean I'm old? They recently re-released Oblivion. For the Steam, they resold it, and like Todd Howard's been milking Skyrim for 20 years now, so like everyone should know what it is. I'm not old, man. I'm just in touch with what's hip. I just know the goings on sometimes. Maybe I'm not old. Maybe you're just young, bro. I'm at it from a different perspective. Next, I'm going to just name like, oh, you should play game that came out last week. And you're going to be like, what is that? It's okay. You love every wrinkle. I don't have any wrinkles, brother. I might have, wait, do I have smile line? I don't think I have smile lines. Hold on. Let me go look at the mirror some more. No smile lines. I'm safe. My skincare routine immaculate. I have my moisturizer. I put it on I have my cleanser. I have my all these other things. They kind of work sometimes. I still get a shit ton of ingrown hairs when I shave, and it bothers the fuck out of me because I want to pick at them all day, but I can't because it's bad for, apparently you shouldn't be like picking at things on your face according to doctors. What do doctors know anyways, right? Am I right or am I right? I'm not old. No. I might be old, but it's not because I know what the Elder Scrolls games are. That's what I'm denying. I'm not denying the oldness, the age. I'm denying the fact that knowing Elder Scrolls pop culture stuff makes me old. These are different. I think that you're going to play. Viewer original Pong tournament. No? How about... Oh, there's a thing here. Ladder. Maybe you're going to play... Maybe. Oh, wind. Oh, shit. Elder Scrolls came... Yeah, you old. Elder Scrolls... The first Elder Scrolls? The first Elder Scrolls is an old game. I don't even know what it's called. Yeah, the first Elder Scrolls is an old game that I don't even know what it's called. But the 3 that are really popular are Morrowind, Oblivion, and Skyrim. Those are the games that really pushed Elder Scrolls into like the mainstream. And Morrowind is really popular. Morrowind came out in 2002, so they came out after the towers fell, and that's kind of my dividing line between like old and new. 9/11. It's a really weird. It's a really strange chronological marker, but it works, okay? Like I was alive during 9/11. I was young, but I remember watching the towers fall on live television as a child. I probably shouldn't have, but like I was there. I was alive. It's not my fault the towers fell, I think. I don't think my existence has anything to do with the attacks on the towers, but yeah, you never know. History is connected in strange ways. One is all and all is one, you know? Oh, there's a little window here I can jump out of. My friend is American. A week later, 9/11 happened. Now I know. I can't believe it, Red. Your brother is the real architect of 9/11. How is your brother, by the way? Is he still like, he's doing all right since the heart attack? You doing good? He was a child. Children can cause plane crashes. He's fine. That's good to hear. All good, or is he like still a little? You think? Okay. Well, if you think he's fine, I hope he's fine. Where am I going from here? He hasn't said anything. Have you like texted him? Or are you like me, where like you have your siblings, but you just don't really respond to? Or I don't text. I don't initiate conversations with my sisters through text, but I will respond to them if they ask me something, or if they text each other, or they text in the sibling group chat. Oh, is this where I'm supposed to be? Only text each other when we need each other. I guess that's also a relationship sibling dynamic. I'm kind of the same with my sisters, but they text like kind of whatever to each other, and sometimes I'm caught up in the crossfire. What is this, a plant? And then again, I kind of let them do all the planning for like our Korea trip. That they bought all the tickets and whatever. I just have to like give them a few $1,000s for the flights. And then I'm gonna go. What am I gonna do in Korea? My friend is gonna be in the country at the same time I am. He said he wants to walk from like the northeastern corner of the country all the way to the south corner. And I'm just like, huh? What? Firstly, I don't think I have the... Oh, sheeball. Firstly, I don't think I have the time. No, please don't get scammed in Korea. Well, how would I get scammed in Korea? What are some common Korean scams that you know of? Like, if a beautiful lady approaches me in Korea, you know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna run away. Because I know that's the #1 indication of a scam. Plus, like, I can like look me. No, I don't look Korean at all, even though I am. Also, when you only pack name brand stuff. Why? Why only pack name brand stuff? Brother, I wear like solid color t-shirts with khakis. Or else the people there won't treat you like a human. Brother. Really? It's fine. I don't want them to treat me like a human. I'm a tourist. They have to respect me because I'm a tourist, hopefully, maybe. Are you in Seoul specifically? Where are you getting your intel from, dude? It ain't that bad, is it? I'm wearing generic Walt. They're gonna charge you more? They're gonna charge me more for what? For a name? I'm not buying. I was thinking about going to Korea and buying Hawaiian shirts. That'd be pretty funny, no? Where'd you get your Hawaiian shirt? Korea. You want the Seoul? Don't you Korean pass though? I think I can Korean pass. Like, what separates me from a lot of other Korean people is that I'm much more attractive. I'm kidding. I have darker skin, but it's not like... But I teach a bunch of other Korean kids, and they also tend to have darker skin, you know? You want to look like a tourist? I do want to look like a tourist. Because if people think I'm like a native Korean person, that they're like part of the Korean diaspora that speaks Korean, they're going to come up to me and they're going to speak Korean to me. And I'm going to be like, nah, 한글 어때요? 한글 맞대요? You know? I want to look like a tourist. I got to stand out. Before I go to Korea, I'm taking a trip back into New York City. I'm buying an I Love New York shirt. I hope you get scammed. I hope I get scammed too. I think it'll be a fun experience. You know what I'm not looking forward to, as I checked the estimated flight time for the plane, 15.5 hours. 15.5 hours of me sitting with my knees fully cramped against my chest, wishing for death. When am I going to Korea? I'm going to Korea. Let me check the emails that my sister sent me for when the flight is. I'm going to Korea. I will be in that country from... Hold on. Where's my emails? Watch someone hold him hostage because they have my passport. Look. It's not a great time to be an American. The entire world kind of hates us. If I have to be deported... If I have to be deported back to Korea, or if I have to be deported and it's in Korea, that's not the worst thing. I got family there. My dad's got I'm going with my dad. He speaks Korean. Well, it's like me, my sisters, my dad, my mom didn't want to go. I think it's more than just kind of, all right, well, like, I have a, yeah, the whole world does hate America, but like, it's okay. If I get deported to Korea, I can teach at a hagwon there. I know English. They need English teachers. I can teach math there as well. They'll love me. I already teach Korean kids. It'd just be like I'm working at home, you know? And then you know what else I can do? I can become more global. I can expand my horizons. Modern slavery is more prominent in Asia. Look, man, I got connections. My dad went to a good college, and all of his Korean friends who went to that Ivy League college with him, they went back to Korea. And they're like high up. I know people. It's kinda, not really, hopefully. In case I really need to. I don't know. They probably have no idea who I am and don't care, but I don't care. You never been to Korea? Not me. My dad. I'm pulling out the old rich kid. You know who my father is, even though I'm not rich. Hold on, where's my thing? I know people. Okay. I know people who know people. Is that better? More specifically, I'm related to people who probably know people. I'm going to be in Korea from September, or like I'm leaving September 22nd. I'll be there for like through October 6th or something. Daddy issues? I have a lot of issues. I don't think parental issues are one of them. Yeah, so it's like last week of September, first week of August type of beat. That's when I'm going to be in the country. And then my friend is also there for a few months because he has like job stuff to do in Korea, I guess. It's just like coincidence that lines up. So I actually do know people, and he has family in the country because he's Korean, even though he wishes he was German or Austrian. So I do know people in the country as well. And then plus I used to have friends from like middle school and high school who went to like secondary, who went through like middle school, high school in the country, and then they moved back to Korea. I know that I can reconnect with them. I haven't seen them in like in decades. So you never know. Maybe I end up loving it there so much I just moved to Korea. You never know. Oh, I fixed it. Oh, what the hell is this? You should get Korean Pokemon cards. You keep in contact with those people? No. I'm really bad at keeping in contact with people. Like, who do I keep in contact now with now? Like, the people who I talk to now, my IRL friends, it's like a guy that I've known since 5th grade, a guy that I've known since 7th grade, basically people that I've known since like middle school who's easier to keep in contact. You can't stream on Twitch anymore. I can't? Oh yeah, it's VPNs. What? I have good long-term friendships. We were close. They got me addicted to League, and I enriched their lives by being cool. Maybe it was better if I actually cut contact with them. Maybe you're right. I always make the same joke every time. You don't keep in contact with anyone? Yeah, I like don't keep in contact with other people too. But I try to. It's more so that like, why did I even keep in contact with these people in the first? I guess we were just like all randomly part of a group chat or something. I don't know, but they were my friends, and I you know, green flag for a person. They have long-term friendships because they're from middle school, so they're my close friends, man. And how old are you now? I'm old, man. That's a good thing. No, long bonds of friendship are a good thing. Separation issues. Separation, brother. I don't want to see their ugly faces ever again. I just text them on this. I'm kidding. Separation issues. That's just called being good friends, bro. Stop this. Stop gaslighting me into thinking I have more issues than I do. I know myself, I think. Where do I go now? What's the next part of this? Head back to the Atari camp. This is the burnt out Oak Station. Wind Tower. Where's the Ibex camp? Where do I go? Isn't like having lots of decent amount of long-term friendships like a good thing though? Or it's like you wouldn't even know. I'll have you know I'm very keen on emotion. Wait, keen means I like. I can detect emotional manipulation from far away. Sometimes. Burnt out Oak Station. How would you gaslight me? Give me a sample. Let me taste a little sample of the gaslighting, because I've heard gaslight gatekeep girl boss before. And I kind of know girl boss and I know gatekeeping, but I've never truly been gaslighting. I like how Red has decided you're a girl's girl. Everyone just called me... No. No. Huh? Why would I want to manipulate... Why wouldn't you? No? I don't know, man. Some people just like manipulating for the love of the game. They'll just like lie to random people and twist up their feelings for the love of the game. You call everyone girl? Yeah, I don't think he decided I'm a girl's girl. I think it's just like a gay people thing. Not to be like homophobic or anything. Yeah, see, he's a gay bottom. So like, I had gay friends and they just call everyone girl in like the F slur all the time. I mean, I'm not special. I'm not special. None at all. No trouble at all. Of course not. Why would you? You were meant to do it. I am special. Like good special, right? The good special, right? Right? The good special. Huh? The good special, yeah? Now for yours, I won't say reward. Now for what you're owed. Atari produces a Machinist badge holding it out for me to take. You may have been late in coming here. Ooh, I got a Machinist badge. Listen, look. Look, Red. If I weren't the good kind of special, why would you have been watching me for over a year? Why would you have been watching me for a year and 2 months? Can I check that exclamation point follow age, please? May you get a refund? The refund on the advice? Okay. What kind of refund do you want? I'll see what I can cook up. Not worked and world didn't end after, so okay, I told you. I gave you some extra free advice. When bad things happen and you have to deal with the consequences of the past, and you have to be like, oh, that was so cringe. Oh, I hate the past. It was so stupid what I did in the past. The past isn't real. Nothing can hurt you because the past isn't real. There is an evil, trickster, malicious deity out there that created the world like 2 seconds ago in the entire universe, and they inserted the past memories into your brain so you feel embarrassed. Watching me makes you feel... Brother, if you think watching me makes you feel less whitewashed, let me get my sisters streaming on Twitch. They're more whitewashed than I am, bro. What are the refund policies? What are you getting? Would you like what could you get from me? Hold on a second. I don't know. You can kick me in the face or punch me, I guess. I don't know. I can give you more advice. The refund for advice is more advice, or inflicting bodily harm upon me. Those are your two commissions. Well, maybe what else could you get? What else do I have? What else do you refund? You don't want it? What would you want as a refund then? Name your price. The customer is always right in matters of taste. Where do I go now? Oh, a view from the bird. Southwest. We'll go this way. Oh. You need to keep it a secret from me. Why are you keeping a secret from me? Am I involved in it? I want to know. I want to know what he's streaming for the affiliate, for his affiliate achieval. I'm still thinking about games. Let's see. Perhaps, maybe, just maybe you're streaming. Where am I going on, by the way? Oh, I'm going the complete wrong way. Wait a second. Wait, what the hell? I'm going the complete wrong way. The beetle nest near camp. I can go that way, actually. Red is achieving. No, Red's achieving affiliate soon. Me? Affiliate? Ah. Of course not. Of course not. But you know, you achieved affiliate and Red achieved affiliate before me. I'm like a proud father watching their children surpass his legacy. I'm such an inspiration, you know? Red has like, I think he said he has like 3 more streams of 4 CCV to get affiliate. So I will do my best to make the streams to kill watch, but I can't guarantee. This is like a busy month for me. And also like, I need to sleep at some point. Oh, speaking of Red, you're a hypocrite. You're a hypocrite. You keep telling me that I should go to sleep early, and I saw you streamed at 2 a.m. like 2 days ago. Hypocrite, hypocrite. Shame, shame. You can't tell me to go to sleep early and then you yourself stay up till 2 a.m. streaming. All right, that's like a me thing. I can stream at 2. I can start streams at 2 a.m. You woke up at like 9 p.m. Still, practice what you preach. What? Both of y'all, man. You both just become nocturnal with no set schedule. You really do take action. I guess you guys really are my kids. Oh, it's great being nocturnal. I wish I could be nocturnal more often. Where the hell am I going? Oi. But anyways, if you want to see whitewashed Asian people, that's like the rest of my family on my mom's side and my sisters. This is gonna surprise you, but I'm like the most Asian of my siblings. Why? I don't know. I spent too much time on the internet where people want to be Asian, and so I just naturally became this way. Even though I don't speak any Asian languages. I gotta get a handle on my Korean though. If I continued my Korean lessons from Duolingo, maybe I could have become somewhat fluent, but like Korean Duolingo is kind of ass, to be honest. Oh. We go this way. Oh, the beetle should be up here, yeah? Why am I dying? Oh. That way? Where are we going? Oh. Oh. The Beatles are like this way, right? Ringo, John, and Paul? Ringo, John, Paul, and George? Something in the way she moves attracts me like no other lover. Something in the way she Where's the husk? Is it like here? Gather the larval husk. Where do I go? Hold on. Red, are you going to stream League of Legends or you're an affiliate? Is this the start of the Red League of Legends arc? It's a popular game. MSI just happened. You got Faker. He's cool. Oh my lord, you know? You just said it was something people want you to play. I can imagine people asking you to play League of Legends as like a joke. But you probably have some amount of self-respect and won't do it. Hold on. Let's see, what else could you possibly be doing? Oh, Chame. Oh. Where else? Oh. The Burnt Oak Station. There's the nest here. Do I have to go up? Or is it down? I think it's down. No? Or maybe... Is it like underground? It would make sense for a nest to like kind of be underground, right? He's asking me. I don't know. Where am I going? Yes. How do I get into the beetle nest? What do I even do? I'm exploring the transition from childhood to adulthood through the lens of a young protagonist whose name is Sable, and we have to go get mask, right? This game isn't the grand conquest. There's no epic plot. It's just a very simple journey of self-discovery and choices and what you do with these choices, you know? What kind of person are we trying to become? What kind of things are we going to do? Who are we really in this journey of isolation and solitude? So right now I'm doing a bunch of quests. Why? Because it seems like a big part of discovering who you are is your interaction with other people. You yourself do not exist in isolation. You exist as a superimposition of other people's impressions of you, you know? I see. So you want to feel young again? No, I want to understand the human condition more. And part of the human condition is growing up, you know? In order to understand what separates man from beast, we have to understand the transition of man's youth to his adulthood. There's an old worn-out notepad by the tent. Read it. After all my journeying, my path inside the nest is blocked. The Hercules beetle, she blocks the way and refuses to move. I continue flickering through the scroll of notes. Okay, this is an unusual plant that has overgrown the tower across the nest. See? You don't come here to watch me play the game. You will come here to watch me. I'm the attraction. I'm the real game. I am special. I'm a special snowflake. I'm the specialist flower in the special garden. There's an unusual plant that has overgrown the tower across the nest. I plan to investigate this. A final scroll. The climb is if only my blah 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 blah. Holding the notes end. Okay. You see, young isn't a matter of chronological being. Young. How do I get to the main menu? How do I save in Sable? Young isn't a matter of chronological age. The state of being young exists in your mind. This dichotomy between old and young is completely socially constructed. We assign behaviors as being youthful and we assign behaviors to being old, right? And we design these characteristics just as Judith Butler once wrote, gender is performative, age is also in a sense a performative. It is socially constructed. You in isolation are not old. You, as observed as a human, are old. I've read my fair share of Butler and Foucault. I know my feminist theory well, or somewhat decently, or well enough to at least have written a couple of essays here and there for school. How do I save in Sable? How do I save in Sable? Under the you can save and exit. Under the settings menu, in systems, save? Yes. Oh, that could have been really bad if I just completely just did not do that. Exit the title. Oh. So that was it for today. We made very little progress. We did the tutorial. We did a mission. There's more missions and there's more things to explore. But it was free game. Very interesting. I feel like I have a lot more of the game left. What could I do? I suppose tomorrow I'll probably try to stream as well. That I also have another game, Hirelings, another recommendation by Arthropod Wizard because it was on sale during the Steam summer sale, which I almost completely missed. It's like there's all the good deals, but I was really busy. I just couldn't muster up the energy to go scroll through Steam. There's a Persona sale this weekend or something where I can get like Persona 3 Reload, and I already own Persona 5 and 4. But I can get those on sale as well, Persona 3 Reload. But I don't know if I will, because I still have to play through Persona 5, which I'm not even sure if I'm ever going to do. And then after that, there's a lot of other stuff to do. What else should I do? I don't know. Oh no, Persona? What? What's bad about Persona? You know, you said you hate Persona players, but you never gave a reason why. You see, I understand intrinsically the hate for League of Legends players. That's ingrained in me as well. Like, League of Legends players are the absolute worst. But I don't know. But why the Persona players? Is it like, do they smell bad? Are they weird? Are they stinky? And you can't say that I'm stinky. I got the dry earwax gene. I got the gene that makes sure that my sweat doesn't smell. The East Asian gene, you know? And then I guess I could play FF7. All this talk of gooning over Sephiroth kind of does make me want to play FF7 so I can understand the characters. And I still am playing Date Everything. The thing with playing Date Everything, though, is it's very story-driven, or it's a visual novel. I'm not even, it has voice acting, so I can't just like sit here and open my mouth for a long time as well, which is something I do enjoy doing. So, for now, I'll call it. And then tomorrow I'll try to stream. And then the Sunday as well. And then what am I doing next week? Next week, I don't even know. I don't even know when I'm going to do PTCG. Next week, PTCG. I could do PTCG. I didn't hit Arceus this season because I forgot PTCGL. The ladder is like 2 weeks long. I didn't get to play a ton, so I didn't get to hit Arceus. I'm like, no, I'm bad at card games and my sense of self-worth shattered. But if you mean play a bit of PTCG now? Sure. I'm down for some now. I'll do it all stream though. Exit. Good night for the most part.